Welcome, welcome. It is time for Audio Dungeon. How you guys doing? Had a good week today. I'm Tony Hansen, your DM and host, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, Roz Pitaro, Dan Isgro, Damian Scro, a special guest, Catherine Hunter, will be sitting in for a couple of games with us today. Vinny Pro, Tom Picosa, and out there, as always, is Lee, Justin, Percival, Steve Keeley to my right, and our new member, Todd, who's hanging out with us today and helping out.
Todd. Hey, Todd.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Todd.
Hi, Todd.
So welcome. Guys, a lot of things going on right now. The story's been heating up in the Dungeon & Dragon story, which we'll be playing at around like 9, 10 or such. You guys are in an interesting situation. This episode is called The Red City. We're going to see what's going on there. We have a winner of last week's Gleam, the giveaway.
Oh, excellent.
And
Another winner.
that was
winners.
That was a giveaway for the Avernus book and the toolkit book for NPCs, I think. Skullduggery?
Skullduggery. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
So-
Good riddance.
So announcing the winner right now.
Tired of saying that name.
The winner is Fernando Costa. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Buddy.
All the way from Brazil. We actually have a
Brazil,
lot of people
huh?
watching from Brazil.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's a thing, guys. So how's everybody's
Very
week? How
nice.
you guys doing?
Good.
Well,
Good.
well.
Doing okay.
I'm doing good. You know,
Get
Star
exciting
Wars
week.
is coming out.
Exciting week.
Yes. Who was
Oh,
going to
boy.
see Star Wars?
I wish I
Absolutely.
was.
I'm sure I am going to see it.
Yeah, I'm going January 6th. So keep the spoilers to a minimum,
Wow.
please.
January
So
6th.
Man.
Yeah, good luck with that.
I'll give you 24 hours.
On the 12th day of Christmas.
It's 24 hours.
decency, people. Come on.
On the 12th day of Christmas. Dennis goes to see
You've
Star
got till
Wars.
you've got till next week, max. Seriously.
Oh, no. Wow.
You
Come
do
on.
realize like it's going to be on like the front
Come
page
on.
of everything
But
by
listen,
tomorrow morning.
Marvel was very successful in putting the moratorium on Endgame spoilers.
That's
and
true.
Did Disney
They
make the same
did a
announcement?
pretty good
like,
job.
just keep it
Did they?
quiet
I
for a
hadn't
while?
heard anything.
Yeah, good luck.
It seemed like it was a very half-hearted effort.
Star Wars is a different animal. You got
does
too
that
much.
mean?
Yeah.
People just can't help themselves.
Yes, they can't.
They can't help it.
People like lose their minds with Star Wars for some strange
Yes,
reason.
I have a problem.
So what you're saying is I have a problem.
I was saying before we went on the air, I was telling everyone here that there is something in the Rise of Skywalker. I am 100% certain it's going to happen. I don't read any spoilers or anything, but I don't want to say it because that's
Don't
how
say
sure
it.
I am that it's going to happen. But
I
I
wanna
should
know.
give a
I
piece
really-
of
I
paper.
really
I would like
Yes,
to. I want to write it down.
You should write it down.
Tony,
and-
you keep it safe.
I gotcha.
And then in like 3 weeks,
Here, write it
we'll
on
take
this
a look.
manual for the LG TV.
I got too much
So,
paper now.
so
Okay.
while Dan is writing down
I'm gonna
his
shield
predictions,
my eyes.
let us say hello to everyone in stream. Guys, thank you so much for joining us, as many of you do every week. We appreciate it. Say hi to Jeff Sanford, Dolores
Yeah.
Davis.
Hey, hey.
Yeah.
Dolores, don't worry, your daughter is going to be on in a little bit. Hello to Evan, Zach, Michael Woods, Jeff Sanford. I just said your name already. You got 2 mentions. John Knoll. Let's see what we got. Jackie Shaw, Taylor Secondo, Michael Runco, Katie and Anderson. Who else we got in here? Michael Woods, Jamie Lynn Robinson. What's up, guys?
Hey.
Welcome.
What's up?
Aldream Gaming Zone. That's pretty cool. Welcome. That's awesome. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a like because that's cool.
A little bit of a like.
Constance Turner, what's up? Leopold, glad to see you. He's there. Stephen Bush, welcome. Carly Tuckton. And Arjuna, welcome. Teresa Johnson. Emily Dell, there you are. I was looking for Emily Dell. She's always there. Brooke Armstrong is joining.
Oh, Brooke,
She's
it's an
dri-
honor and a pleasure to be in
She's
here
driving.
right
She's
now.
not driving.
Don't Facebook and drive.
So let's actually, no Facebook and Drive. Catherine, tell everybody what you do here at Phoenix Studios.
Yeah.
So I am the general manager here. I kind of just keep up with everything. I don't know how to get specific with it because it's kind of like a lot.
Well, it's general.
So you're
Yeah.
basically a jack of all trades in the
Yes,
in the building.
following in the footsteps of the great Tony Hansen.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Thank
Ooh,
you.
wow.
Thank you.
Kissing
And
up to the boss.
Catherine just got promoted to GM. She's doing a fantastic job. And
Congratulations,
Nice.
Kat.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right.
Thanks.
And yeah, basically we're in the studio we're in is Phoenix Studios, and as
We got
Catherine
these
is the
cool
manager
mugs.
of that, she made sure we had cool mugs for Christmas.
Yes.
So that's awesome right here.
I would gladly drink out of it, but mine's full with candy.
I'd gladly drink out of mine if I
The
had
best way to
one.
get a mug.
But I don't.
Tony, you got one already.
Yeah. Did I? We'll see. We'll see. So there's some new things on your screen, guys. Take a look down. You're going to see it says Escape the Dungeon Riddles in the Dark D&D. That's not working properly, but it will be. So so basically, starting next week, that thing is going to tell you where you are. Where we are in the show, because if you come in, you'll see if we're on Escape the Dungeon Riddles in the Dark or D&D by the little red light that's following it.
I like
and
that.
if you look on the bottom left of your screen, you're going to say to donate stars or stream. So I'm not even going to have to really mention it. You'll just see what those are. You'll see what all the things you can do to donate. If you like, we appreciate it. It's right there. It'll scroll around, and you can see all different enchantments. Evan gave us a collector's luck from 2 weeks ago. It has not been used yet, so it's going to be used today.
If we're going to need it.
Yeah, so and basically what that is all ones are now turned into 20s, which is amazing. And I believe you both still have your rerolls. You have 2 rerolls, Vinny,
These guys.
and Dan has 2 rerolls. So, yeah.
Maybe I can roll some attack dice this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go, Tony.
So, everybody, the Gleam giveaway. Thank you, Dan. I will
that in the safe spot.
keep this in
I really wanna know
the
what
safety
that
of my back
says.
pocket.
We will in 2 weeks.
Now he's going to wash it tonight when he does his clothes.
Keep it like underneath the keyboard or something.
Why can't I put it in my back pocket?
Because you're going to wash
it's
it when you
gonna
do
be
your
gone.
clothes.
Will it?
Not if you keep it under the keyboard.
Oh man, I think he's gonna lose it under the keyboard.
I think so too, but okay.
Or he's gonna read it.
There you
even
go.
worse.
Wish.
It's all
Wish
Tony.
granted.
All right.
So, everybody, is a brand new congratulations to Fernando, who won last week's handbooks. That's
Yes.
awesome. There's another giveaway right now. You'll see it in the pinned comments. And
Oh, we're doing another one?
We're doing another one, guys.
Man, we're
Also
on like
We're
a
giving away
roll for
something.
Giving
The
away
gift
stuff.
that keeps on
I
giving.
like that.
Audio
Yep.
Dungeon.
And the last thing I'm going to tell you guys before we get going here for Escape the Dungeon is that next week, because Christmas and New Year's falls on a Wednesday, we're going to be live on Monday. We'll be live on Monday the 23rd, if I got that number right.
Monday.
I believe
Yeah.
you are correct.
It'll be the same exact time, 8:30 p.m. Monday the 23rd, and then this next Monday after that. So
the 30th.
D&D cannot stop. It must continue.
Next 2
So
Mondays.
without further ado, let's get into one of my favorite games. And the runner today is going to be Tom Kokoza. All right. As we go,
Tom.
Yeah.
let's go to Escape the Dungeon. Yes. Escape the Dungeon. Tom, it's been a long time since you've done Escape the Dungeon.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean,
Yes.
I won 2 weeks ago because when Brooke did it.
that's
but-
right.
You did. on the technicality, you did win. That was kind of amazing.
But yes, it's been a long time since I've been the runner. I'm nervous as heck.
I think you'll do fine. You never know, but we'll see. I'm just saying that.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this week's Escape the Dungeon.
Sure.
Tom, as always, you must choose a normal, common, or mundane item to go into that dungeon before the scenario is given. What item do you choose?
Rope.
Rope. I like when people choose rope. I think it's always a good thing.
All right.
Okay,
Very,
so
very versatile.
Tom will have rope going into this Escape the Dungeon scenario. What else does he have? Well, he's armed with a bag of holding that contains good and bad items placed in by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew. If he rolls low, when he pulls an item, he will get the bad item they placed. If he rolls high, he will get the good item they placed. So that's pretty much it. Without further ado, let's go into this week's Escape the Dungeon. Tom,
Okay.
you're a sage and a librarian working in the Great Library in Arlight. Besides those who seem to seek the Keeper's wisdom quietly around the library, you are the only sage currently there. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, 10 men break through one of the main doors, yelling everyone, "Down on the ground, book nerds!" You see one of the men has a sacred book of ages, a book that was written by Alabaster himself. And the book is very large, and that man seems to already be running out of the Great Library. He's making his getaway. Tom, to win this Escape the Dungeon, you must stop the 10 men and recover the Book of Ages.
Okay.
Tom, escape the dungeon.
Sure. How far am I from the door that they're in?
You are about 50 feet away from the door.
All right, and I'm wearing just like, a wise man's robes.
Yes, wise man's robes. Don't forget your rope.
Yes.
That's holding your robes up.
Yes, it's holding your robes up.
50 feet, I would try to lasso, but I wouldn't have enough give. All right. What's around me?
There's a lot of different tables. People are hiding, so they're all over the place too. They have books out, different things, quills, parchment.
Okay. I go behind a bookshelf. Try and hide.
Wait it out, hide.
Yeah, just hide. Hopefully the
10
guards
minutes?
get up. No, I go into the bag of holding, see what I can pull out.
All right.
Okay.
To the bag.
2.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Okay. Tom, we're going to the bag of
Solid
holding,
start,
and Tom
brother.
opens up with a 2. Tom, if you got the good, which you did not, it would have been Boots of Speed.
Oh.
But instead,
Useful.
instead you got the bad. It would help you hide faster.
Yeah, it's true.
Instead, you got the bad, which is Robot Santa Claus from Futurama tries to kill you. He has machine guns and a rocket launcher. Oh,
Dude, I don't know
no.
what the heck that is. All right.
Who wants to play Robot Santa Claus?
I'll be Robot Santa.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So Robot Santa Claus comes in. What does he do, Rob?
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho,
Destroy. Destroy.
Where does he come in? Does he come into the same door? Or a
Yes,
different,
same door.
All right. Well, now I run down the book aisle.
So the first thing we're going to do is roll D6. You're shooting machine gun.
6.
Oh, 6. He hits you. You get shot.
All right. Does he?
2 left.
Does he hit any of the men in between he and I with his machine gun fire?
I would say no because he rolled a perfect 6. So I'm not
Okay.
going to make him roll.
Should I ask before he rolled? All right. I run down the bookshelf trying to get away. Are they windows? Are there any place other? Like,
There
to
are
get
large windows.
Any other way I can get out of this room other than the windows and the door if they came in?
There is a way in the back you go through that would take you deeper into the great
I
library.
want to try and cut the guy off.
You could try to jump out of the library. There is a bit of a fall, about 20 feet.
Okay.
You can Obi-Wan it.
I tie a rope around something close to the window.
Okay.
That I think might support my weight. I'm a sage. I can't be that heavy, right?
Sure.
Like a whole bookcase or something.
Yeah, or like a table or something.
Take a long time to guys.
No.
Let's get this rope around this bookcase.
No, I tie around like a table leg
Okay.
and then try to go out the window.
Okay, so you jump out. Roll D6. 4, 5, 6.
No, 3.
3. You jump out and you smash into the window and you only fall halfway. It's like the worst jump ever. You get cut off. You lose 1 point.
Oh,
And
right,
the bad
great.
guys go. The guys are running over to you. Let's see how much they consider you as
This is
a
great.
threat.
He's not gonna make it to the second pull.
No. So the guys come over. They surround you. They say get on the ground, Sage. And
Sure.
what do you do?
Merry Christmas.
God.
I didn't even make it out the window.
No. No, I did allow you to break the window.
Tony, what time did you say we were gonna start playing D&D? Because I feel like it's gonna be a lot sooner.
It looks like it'll be 1 minute. So yes, he shoots you. Roll D6.
6.
It is. He celebrated. He celebrated.
Sorry.
So
Instinct.
that's 2. You're down to 1, Tom.
Okay.
Oh no, you got hurt in the window.
I've done it.
Wow. And that
I'm
is
sorry.
it.
That was
Jeez, Tom. That was terrible, man.
That's the worst one we've ever done.
Yeah, that was really
No,
bad.
it's not the worst one we've ever done. It's the worst one anyone has ever done.
I really felt you just turned the lights off on me. It was such a.
That's Tom. We're wrapping up the show. We're out of here. 'cause-
That was such a
playing
fail. We're
anymore.
gonna restart the stream and just try again.
Wow, guys,
Man.
guys, that was very. That was perhaps very fast audio escape the dungeon. Please, I want to see the little faces, the laugh, the cry, the upset, the shock, the angry.
Shock and awe.
What face do you want to give for this escape the dungeon that you just saw?
I can't believe that.
I'm gonna give.
I can.
I'm gonna give my own. I think it's gonna be a shock one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a wow.
I didn't think I was going to win, but I didn't think I'd last longer than 2 minutes.
Well, that was really. What was
Jeff,
it, 2 minutes?
Jeff Sanford
No,
says.
it wasn't. I don't think it was.
Jeff Sanford says, "Robot Santa for the win."
Yeah, really? Who put that in?
Wasn't me.
was
Yeah, that
not
was
me.
me. Sorry.
Robot Santa.
That was. He's got machine guns and a rocket launcher, and you're a guy with a rope.
I'm pretty sure I'm a librarian. I'm like, all right.
That is really what killed you. I mean, you had a bad roll going out.
Yeah.
You took 2 damage from him, right?
damage.
Yeah.
And he's
brutal.
celebrating. He's like 6.
Man, I thought you guys
he's
had
like,
it out
"Get
for
you,
me last
Tom."
week, but jeez.
Sorry,
Who knows?
buddy.
The rest of them could have been fun. You don't
If you
know.
got,
Yeah, I
if you
had a
got
good
the
one.
good,
I wish you would've got
the
my
boots of
good.
speed, you would have been done with
Yeah.
the quest. faster.
Jackie Shaw wants to say, can we pretend that didn't happen and just start again?
I appreciate that, but I'll own the loss. It'll help my humility somewhat, I'm sure.
I think next week Tom deserves to go again. Just
You know
for
what?
that.
No, you know what? I think I deserve that's karma for me bragging so much about winning Brooks.
Yep.
Maybe
Justice.
the
So-
roles were against you.
That's it.
Crazy. Okay, well that was fun. That was interesting. Guys, start sharing as you know later when we play Dungeons and Dragons. 50 shares, 100 shares, 150, 200. They get a plus bonus to all their attacks. So start their shares now so that they get it and not at the end of the show, so they get it at the beginning of the show. So start up the shares, and without further ado, let's go over to the next game, Riddles in the Dark. Actually, I'm sorry. Catherine's here right now.
Yes.
Oh my
Catherine,
goodness. I'm a little upset you took it out.
I didn't take it out. It's just we were moving forward,
Didn't
evolving
take
the
it
show, and I had to put it in. So I'm going to play the. Just so everybody knows, the old school Riddles in the Dark is, which will be the new school when I put it in, is voiced by Catherine Hunter, who's sitting with us
Here I
right
am,
now.
in the
So I'm going to
flesh.
play the intro, and
Did not know
Catherine,
that.
you're going to whisper your lines.
It's a lot of pressure.
And everyone
I haven't
else-
done it in so long.
Everyone else, we need immediate silence, please. Here we go.
Please.
Prepare yourselves.
I'm excited. I hope you are too, because it's time for Riddles in the Dark, brought to you by Catherine Hunter. So, for those of you who may be watching for the first time, this is how we play Riddles in the Dark. Very soon, I'm going to read to you a short story that's going to have some sort of mystery to it, and you're going to try and solve that mystery by asking me yes or no questions. So the players in the room are just going to ask them, shout them out. I'm going to answer. For you guys at home, just type them into the chat function. Tony will read them. He'll answer. He'll ask them for me. I will answer them honestly. You'll have 10 minutes to try and guess the riddle. Okay? So that's pretty much it. All right, and here we go with tonight's riddle, 4 of a kind.
Ooh.
4 players sit around a table, dealing cards. All have piles of coin in front of them, some larger than others. A servant comes in and inquires about refreshing drinks. He takes his orders and leaves. The deal begins. A few minutes later, the servant returns with drinks. The 4 are all lying dead on the floor. The riddle: who killed the 4 and how do they do it?
Wow.
Were the cards poisoned?
That's what I was thinking.
No.
Damn!
And it wasn't what you were thinking.
Jennifer
Yeah,
Isgro
it
wants
was.
more time today because of the short escape dungeon.
I feel the way things are going, you're going to get it in like 35 seconds.
Just so everybody knows, if you look out in the chat right now, if you can't see in your screen, just don't forget that you can turn your phone and you will be able to see the chat, if for those who are not familiar. And you will find right there, pinned, is the riddle that Tom's giving you right this second.
Very nice.
Okay.
Did one of the 4 players kill the 4 players?
No.
Is it something about the hands they had in their card with their cards that was involved?
It's something like that. Yes. I'll say yes.
Jackie wants to know, does the size of the piles of gold matter?
No.
Jamie Lynn Robertson, is there a dealer?
No.
Melissa Benani, what else? What else is on the table? Or was on the table?
I can't answer that.
Dolores, the coins were poisoned.
No. The coins were not poisoned.
Kaden Anderson, was the coins magical?
The coins were not magical.
Vincent Benani, were they violently killed?
Yes.
And
No.
and Zach asked the same question. The coins are poisonous.
Okay, did
No.
the king or the jack jump out of the cards and attack them?
No.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
Wow, it's awesome. I wish I thought of that for a
I
bit.
wanted to do that so bad, but it's like I feel like I'm ripping something else off.
Oh, yeah. That's
Did someone who wasn't one of the 4 players or the servant kill them?
Yes and no.
Oh man.
I'm like so
I was
happy.
like, yes,
I'm
I
so
would.
happy when I get to answer that.
one of the 4,
Was there magic
but not the
involved
servant?
with it?
Of the 5 of them.
Yes.
There was
Okay.
someone.
Yes. There was
Evan-
magic
There was
involved.
something.
Did the magic
no.
kill them?
No.
Okay, so the
Evan wants to know, does the gold matter?
No.
Did the servant?
I'm sorry, is the money gone? He wants to ask. Sorry.
Oh, is the money gone?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Did
As
the
if it mattered. Oh, no.
did the servant and someone else kill the 4 of them?
No.
Jackie wants to know, does the shape of the table matter?
No.
Jeff Sanford, did the piles of money change sizes?
Yes.
Taken from stacks and added to others?
Yes.
Melissa Benani has something there. Were the cards tarot cards?
No.
Jamie Lynn Robinson, was it something to do with the drinks?
No.
Michael Runco, where are the wounds blood? He can't. It's not a yes or no question. Lee House, remember yes or no question? Oh, he just said that. Lee House on it right now. There's a lot more questions here. Jeff Sanford, is there anything else on the table?
Yes.
Go for
Is
it.
the murder weapon still there?
Yes.
Multiple murder weapons?
Yes.
One for each person.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Were they killed with a card?
No.
Oh, that would have been good.
Kurt wants to know, is there lots of blood on the flood?
On the floor. And
He
then-
wrote flood, though.
Blood on the floor.
Blood on the flood.
So
That sounds like some sort of like. There you go. There. Yes, there's a lot of blood on the floor.
It sounds like
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
the boss is going to sing that song.
was there an illusion?
It does
Blood
sound,
on the floor.
it does sound like that.
Was there an illusion involved?
No.
Is there a different killer for each person?
Yes and no.
Nicole Hundley wants to know, were they killed by a spirit?
No.
Jarrett Woods wants to know, did they die by a royal flush? Ooh.
No.
Jackie, is there a portal involved?
Nope.
Melissa, did the servant kill them?
No.
Stephen Bush, Shadow was in a card?
What?
Shadow was in a card?
Shadow was in
A shadow, probably a shadow demon, a shadow
No,
spirit.
no, sorry, no.
Michael Runco, what type of... I can't, it's got to be yes or no, Michael.
Was magic used to aid the murderer's escape?
No.
Was there a mimic involved?
No.
Damn it! Love mimics.
Zach wants to know, is a servant surprised to see them dead?
Yes and no.
What?
No. I was gonna say no.
Robert
So,
Johnson,
wait, so the servant wasn't surprised to see them dead?
No.
Okay.
So he was expecting them to die.
Kinda.
Ask.
Was he?
Ask.
Did he expect them to be dead when he returned?
No.
Was he expecting
he
them to
wasn't
die?
that
Does this
surprised.
happen
Yes.
often?
He
wasn't surprised.
He's just a real pessimistic
Was he,
guy.
was he,
He's like,
involved,
probably
was he
dead.
involved with the murder?
No.
Did he think they were bad people?
Irrelevant.
Okay.
Did each one of the players kill another one of the players?
Yes.
What? But who
So-
killed the
so-
last guy?
So were they fighting over the hands? Like, did they catch one of them catch somebody cheating?
No.
Robert Johnson, were they poisoned?
Huh.
No.
Tails O'Connor, was someone possessed by another being?
No.
Jeff Sanford, are the cards magical?
Nope.
Dolores Davis, did the servants sprinkle magic dust that killed them?
Dolores, you're awesome, but no, that's not the answer.
Dolores
Sorry.
just leveled
Were
up.
the four players
Yes.
enemies? Were they all enemies?
Yeah.
Evan wants to know, a suicide pact?
No.
Oh.
Nice, Evan. No, I like that.
Robert Johnson, did the servants serve food?
No, he didn't.
Jennifer Isgrove, did each one kill another?
Yes.
There you go. Tyler Mackie, was it the four jesters?
No.
Joe Bennett, did they each kill themselves? That was
No.
a suicide pact.
Did each player represent a royal suit? One of the suits, maybe?
Yeah.
So each player
You could say that.
represented a suit.
Did they represent a particular card? Like,
Like, was one a king, one a queen?
no.
one an
I'm
ace?
asking, like, were they all kings? Were they all queens? Were they all jacks? Something like that.
Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna say yes to your question. I don't know.
man.
I don't know if you mean it the same way I mean it, but I'm gonna say yes to that question.
Is there a particular card that they all are?
Yes.
So were they all kings?
It's irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Constance Turner wants to know, were they killed in Russian roulette gone very bad?
No.
Emily Dell, were they killed with spades?
No.
Good ideas, guys. All of you guys should be writing D&D quests.
Guys,
They're great.
but remember, the title of the riddle is Four of a Kind.
Kind.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's why I said were they all kings? Yeah.
Right.
Card suits.
Oh, Arjuna says they were playing for their lives with the Death Reaper and they lost.
That's awesome, and I wish that's what I wrote, but it's not it. Sorry.
Jackie wants to know, is there a portal involved?
No portals involved.
Stephen Bush, is Suicide Pact. It was not.
So let's reestablish what we have.
Did they all realize that they were all cheating? Like, did they all?
No, we said cheating wasn't
Oh,
involved.
cheating wasn't. Okay,
So what we
No,
established was that they all hated each other, right? They were all enemies.
I said yeah, they're
Right.
all enemies.
Okay, they were all enemies. They killed each other,
right.
right? What the hell was the other one? There was another one that we had a yes
They
to.
each killed. They each killed another.
Yeah.
Somebody had to kill themselves.
Joshua
Right,
Creek just
but
asked
how
that.
did
Did they kill
happen
each
to
other?
be- Like, how did?
No.
who's
They
left?
all
They simultaneously killed each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
Simultaneously.
Like me and you,
all
but at
killed-
the same time, go.
Yeah, all right.
And then the two of them do the same thing,
at the same time.
or something like that.
Robert Johnson on 3. Everyone drink the Kool-Aid.
No, that's not it.
Michael Runco says, "Are they holding the murder weapons?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, good job, Michael.
Okay.
Jarrett Woods, did they die by having a dead man's hand?
No, but you're on the right track.
Carly Tuckson wants to know. Were the chairs rigged to the bodies? Oh wait, it just moved.
It just moved?
Sorry. Were the chairs rigged with some traps?
No.
Sometimes the chat moves,
good
it places it right where I was just reading, and it combines two of them together.
That's a good idea. I like that question.
Jackie wants to know: Are there violent injuries to them,
Yes.
to the bodies? Okay, so they're violent.
Piercing weapon.
Yeah.
A
Joe-
knife.
Yes and no.
Joe Perry, welcome to the stream.
So was each person
No.
killed with the corresponding suit's weapon that would be like in the
No.
picture? No. I don't know.
Wade
That's a
wants
good
to
idea.
know:
That's a good idea.
Is the
I mean,
murderer
yeah.
still there?
Yes.
Ron Geffart wants to know: Is there only one door to the room?
Yes.
Nicole Hunley, was it an airborne pathogen or gas?
No.
Jamie
Good
Lynn
question.
Robinson, was there a murderer?
Yes.
And it was not suicide.
No.
They killed each other. They
Right.
killed each
Yes.
other.
Right, they killed each other.
Jackie wants to know: Did the servant pay someone to kill them?
No.
Constance, was the servant happy because he could take the money now?
No.
Tyler, did everyone have face cards?
Irrelevant?
Steven, it was not a suicide pact?
No, it really wasn't. I promise. It's not a
Jeff,
suicide pact.
Jeff Sanford, was the money cursed?
No.
Was a wizard involved? Jackie.
Yes.
Kurt, they're not playing Russian roulette.
Were they all wizards?
I'll let you guys go a little bit.
Did they read runes on their cards?
No.
Wow, that's good too.
Man, that's better.
I wanna
think.
steal
That's
all
really
this
better.
stuff.
That's like the third one that I'm like,
Were they
I
all-
wish I wrote that.
Were
instead.
they all wizards?
No.
Were they magic users?
No. Not really.
All of them were enemies.
Did they
Killed each other.
when they killed each other? Were they under some type of influence?
Yes.
A spell.
Yes.
Did the servant cast the spell on them?
No.
Did they cast the spell on each other?
Nope.
Was there someone who cast the spell?
Yes.
Did the players cast the spell?
No.
Was that person who cast the spell in the room?
Nope.
Was the person who cast
Did the
spell
players activate a
outside of the
dormant spell?
Yes.
Ooh, wait. Did the players,
So the players
steal
activate-
the money from somebody, and then that somebody got mad, so they cast a spell on them to all kill each other simultaneously, so they can come back and get the money once everyone was dead? And they were
If
in
you say
cahoots
yes
with the
right now,
servant.
I'm gonna walk right out of this
Wait,
room.
wait. She said, I
She had
couldn't
like
hear the
10
last
questions.
thing she said at the end. So
So
you
then-
asked if, this is what I heard. Did you finish? Did the players steal money and the person they stole money from get mad and cast a spell on them and then...
They killed each other, but then the person whose money it was is like friends with the servant, so that's why the servant wasn't upset that they were dead, because he knew all along, like, well, they had it coming.
I'm leaving.
No.
I thought you were about to get it.
So I will say this just for yes and no, because a lot
That's
of
like my least favorite answer.
a lot of that was yes, and there was one thing that was no.
Wow.
Oh, man, you went too much.
All right.
Zach wants to know: Did each player eliminate one based on the suit of the card they represented?
No.
Jackie wants to know: Does it have to do with the king card that has its sword in its own head?
No, it doesn't.
Tyler wants to know: Were there 4 aces? Were they 4 aces?
No.
Jeff Sanford, did they all get dealt the same hand?
No, they didn't.
Seth Price, welcome to the stream, man. Joshua Creek, were they betting lifespan?
Nice.
No, that's awesome.
That's
like
awesome.
like that movie with
Yes.
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, where they,
yeah.
where they give credits like
Yeah.
expand
Oh,
their life.
yeah. That's right.
What the hell movie was that?
About time or something like that.
So-
Yes.
I got 4 minutes to save the world.
They activated a dormant spell.
Yes.
Stephen Bush wants to
Well,
know: They each represent a suit?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And the dormant spell had to do with the hands they got with the cards. Is that what activated it?
I'm being very nitpicky, but no.
What was the deck of cards? Did the deck of cards contain a spell in some way, shape, or form?
No, did it contain a spell?
What was a spell cast on it?
No.
Jeff Sanford says: Are the cards the murder weapons?
No.
I'm totally baffled.
Did the
right
owner
now.
of the money or gold cast the spell on them?
The original owner of
The original
gold.
owner, yeah, who they stole from.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
So the person who cast the spell knew them.
Yeah, yes.
So they're all betting with this one person's money.
Yes.
That they stole from him,
I'll say yes.
right?
What's left to figure out right now? Everything.
I will.
We're waiting for Brooke anyway, so you got time. You got a couple minutes.
So the how do they do it? You almost have, but you don't have, and you've got the who enough. About the
Okay,
fact
so
that
we got the who, somebody
right.
that they stole from, who cast a spell.
Yeah, but what was the spell and what exactly was the trigger? You're a little bit off.
Okay.
You're
Jennifer,
very close. You're right around it, but you're just a little.
Jennifer Isgard wants to know: did they know they were going to kill each other before it happened?
No, they did not.
Robert Johnson: did they die by what suit they represent? No, I think that was a no.
Jeez, I have no clue.
You said that was no before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tails Akano: were they playing a game of strip poker, but instead of stripping, they kill each other?
Chandler, I don't want to party with you. No, that's not what it was.
Robert Johnson: each one was killed by throwing cards.
No.
Melissa Benani: is there only one entry into the room?
Yes.
Batman: are the cards? What's up, Batman? Are the cards possessed that they all went crazy?
No.
Jamie Lynn Robertson: were they playing with jokers?
No, there were no jokers in the deck.
Dolores Davis: did they kill each other when one of them lost?
No.
Vincent Benani: was a charm or similar spell involved to get them to kill each other?
Yes.
Which we
Like,
knew.
like an illusion spell?
Basically.
No.
Not an illusion.
Some kind of spell.
Charm.
Okay.
Like a mind-altering spell?
Was the spell
Yeah.
on the money?
No.
Jeff
Does
Sanford:
it matter where the spell
Well,
was?
we're trying to
Yes.
figure out the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did the players do something, like a particular action to trigger the spell?
Yes.
Jeff Sanford just asked something
Yeah,
similar.
we kind of knew that though.
He's
like-
asking: did they need to beat each other with a winning hand, but got dealt hands where they all ended up killing each other? Sounds like you're close.
Yeah, it's not exactly it.
Did a particular hand have to be dealt to one of the players for the spell to activate?
Yes and no.
Was this the first hand of the night?
No.
I'm actually losing
No,
comments
because
here.
he said there was a difference in the money.
Hold on a second. Justin wants to know: were the cards the murder weapons?
Yes and no.
Jamie Lee Robinson: was the spell cast? I'm losing. Oh man, there's so many comments that comments are going out where they let me scroll. So
Wow.
if I don't get to
I
it,
love
All
the
right,
engagement.
all right. So if they were charmed, right? They were charmed by the cards or something that was cast on the cards.
No.
Correct. No.
No, we don't know
Tim-
exactly what it was. It might have
Tim-
been. Was it the table?
No.
Tim
they-
Johnson:
was
was
it
the
the-
spell on the cards?
No. Spell was not on the cards.
Were they charmed before
Wasn't
the game?
on the cards.
Yes.
It wasn't
So
on
they
the
were
money.
charmed
Oh.
before the game. Okay.
Okay.
So did one of them threaten the person that charmed them,
No.
and that like triggered everybody?
No, I'm using charm as the non-D&D sense of the word, just an enchantment, if you will.
Okay.
Not the charm spell. They're not befriended somebody.
Okay.
Tim Johnson: was the spell cast on the cards to be activated after a sequence or at a certain time?
Yes and no. You've got part of that right and part of that wrong.
Dolores Lade Davis: did the servant cast the spell?
No, the servant did not cast a spell. Servant's not involved, other than
Joshua Creek: did the cards activate a killing? Oh, it just went out.
frenzy. Yes,
Killing spell. I think he was writing. It just lost the comment.
they. Well, I answered your question for you, and that was different. than what you said.
Nicole Huntley: were they royalty?
No.
Evan wants to know: the owner of the gold cast a spell.
Like,
Yes.
Thought I had it.
Todd wants to know: were they all dead to begin with?
No. To begin with.
Jackie: did they play with the deck of death?
Question.
No.
Jan: damn, had to be Russian like hell, but okay. How's it going, Jan? Tyler wants to know: was a spell what that's killed him? The spell killed him?
No. The weapons killed them.
the weapons killed.
Justin Hughes: were they part of a crew that stole money?
Yes.
Ooh, Robert
So they were
Johnson:
thieves.
Yeah.
did they steal from Scrooge McDuck?
No. He just would have again beat them up or something.
So you had 4 thieves.
Stephen Bush is asking who is left to figure out. We have to figure out.
You have to figure out the mechanism of why they killed each other, like what caused them to do it, which you're very close to, but you just haven't gotten like the actual key appropriately, and you've been like dancing around it a little bit. So I feel like I'm nitpicking a little bit, but we also were really short because I did such a poor job in the first game. So I'm gonna let you guys.
Brooke
hang your-
Armstrong
hang your-
wants to know: the bartender killed him?
No, Brooke Armstrong. I want to know, where are you? Why are you driving and texting? It's not good.
Oh my God! There's 143 comments that I have
What?
not seen yet.
All right.
Here we go. We're getting ready. Speed round. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go.
man. Here
Jake,
we go.
Jake, did the cards have a contingency spell?
No.
Nicole, was the spell lethal spikes?
No.
Batman, the money drove them mad because of the curse.
Nope.
They didn't tip him last. They didn't tip the bartender.
No.
Tim Johnson, was the order given to the servant the activator of the spell?
No.
Jackie, was the curse on the money that when the gold is lost
Nope.
or spent Okay. Michael Runco, are they playing music? Any music playing?
Irrelevant.
Jeff Sanford, did the servant cast a spell on them as he took their order? Joe Bennett, Berserker spell. Berserk spell.
No, it kind of.
Jennifer Isgrove, did a certain hand set it off?
Yes.
Ooh, good job.
Is the hand relevant?
No, it's just relevant that it was
That a hand did it. Okay.
Jeff, was the spell on the glasses?
I'll give it there. That was,
you got it?
Yeah. It was just the way that people were asking the question before was very was wrong, and she asked it general enough that it could be right. So, very good. That was Jen Isbro? Who got it?
Yeah,
Thank you,
Jen.
because I am.
I'm just
totally
reading so
baffled.
fast. I don't know who we're reading
I think it
anymore.
was Jen
Yeah,
Isbro.
but I might-
Yeah, it was Jen.
Jen Isgrove. All right.
So, thank you. So, you got it. Catherine got it like 99% right.
There was so many
When she
details in there.
Yeah, it was literally.
really thought it
this
out.
was the one thing that was wrong, and you went. And the servant was a friend of the guy, and I was like, no, the servant is a servant of the guy,
Oh.
and that was the only thing that you got
But
wrong. You got
technically they're
everything.
friends.
No.
You're not friends with your
Wowzers.
boss?
No,
Tony,
your
I'm
boss is not.
Yes.
I am
You
my
are
boss's
not-
servant.
You
We
are
are
not
friends.
your boss's servants.
Big difference between working for somebody and being a servant. Yeah.
I guess.
Right, guys?
I mean, if you're a butler,
so,
work for the guy.
They stole money.
No,
and the
it's
other
not the
part that was
same
a little
thing.
iffy. Like, they stole from this guy. The money that they had in front of them wasn't necessarily that money, but this was a revenge scheme where he cast a spell on them so that when a certain hand got dealt to the table, they would see that hand and they would go into some kind of berserker rage and just murder each other.
This happens often, though, that the servant wasn't surprised?
The servant knew that that's why they were there. He
Oh,
just,
okay.
what are the odds of 4 of a kind being dealt out to the table? He didn't think it was going to happen in the 2 minutes between when he went to get drinks and when he came back. So they were going to be there until that hand got dealt, but he didn't know it was going to happen right away, which is why he wasn't like, he expected it, but he just didn't expect it then, let's say. All
good.
right,
I like
so great job, everybody.
Nice. Good job.
All
I
right.
had a lot of fun with that. I
Yeah.
really appreciate the engagement. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we got a lot of good questions there.
Let's play some D&D.
Oh yeah. And guys, we just hit 100 shares.
Yeah.
That's
Nice
awesome.
job, everybody. Nice job.
Let's
a big help.
let's push forward to 150,
Keep
and
it going.
that gives, I believe, that's a +3 at 150. So push forward. I'm going to do the recap. Going to show a couple other things before we start. Brooke is here. You come on in,
Yay.
guys. I want to thank Catherine Hunter for joining
you.
us.
Thanks for the help.
Thank you, Catherine. Aw.
I'm so glad.
Good job, Catherine.
I'm so glad that Brooke was outside the room texting and not driving and watching
No,
this.
I was driving for a little bit. You know, these lights.
Headsets. Nobody can hear you.
Brooke, did you get a tardy slip, Brooke?
I got a tardy slip. Oh, my mic. Is my mic on?
No.
Nice glasses.
Steve, you put her on?
She's got new glasses today.
I got no glasses. I have to say hi, guys. The lights on this island. I could go through dialysis while I'm sitting there. There'd be lights on
Well,
this island.
probably your new glasses.
It was, well, the lights and the ornaments are a little
sparkly.
shiny. But yes, no, I wasn't texting while I was driving. I was texted while I was in the waiting room at the light.
The waiting room.
Yeah. But I'm very happy I made it, guys. I missed you. I was
Yay.
watching. Sounded awesome.
Awesome.
Tom, that's what you
Good.
get, man. That's what you.
I know.
That's what you get.
Oh man.
Sorry,
Did-
man.
I'm gonna
Robot Santa Claus.
after this, we're gonna find out how long that was.
Wait, hold on. I sneezed, and he was dead. no freaking way.
That's great.
It was.
The gods.
It was really, really bad.
To be fair, you had to fight a robot killing Santa Claus with a machine gun and a rocket launcher, who did 2 of the damage for you, and then you had the normal 1 bad luck roll.
Yeah.
That was written by Damien.
Yeah. I
So
wrote that.
so how long have you not really liked Tom for?
Well, it's going back a while.
Really. And you saw the Secret Revenge here live on the show.
Well, Tom was talking about doing like a Christmas themed Escape the Dungeon. So I
So
was
you
like,
thought murder
Christmas
robot.
themed. Yeah, I thought of one of my favorite shows, Futurama and the Santa Claus, the robot Santa Claus that kills people, but
Maybe next time,
you
I don't know, give him a knife.
It seemed like a bad idea, like a bad item.
a
So I was like,
stapler.
It was
good.
bad.
It was bad.
Stapler.
It's like,
It was
oh,
pretty
what-
bad.
What would be bad? I needed a bad item, so I was like, oh yeah, killer robot Santa
That wasn't
Claus.
bad. That was extreme.
Guys,
There
was
have been
amazing.
there have been bad ones.
Yes, there have.
You
Yeah,
just
you're
had-
correct.
you had-
You're
it was a
right.
bad.
You're right.
It was a bad combination. of
Welcome
these.
to Escape the Dungeon, and the game is over.
And good.
You know, you
It
got,
reminds me of some of the
I
Mets
also
seasons.
gave him. I also gave him boots of speed, which would have been awesome.
That was-
Yeah,
would've been
if
good.
I- if I
Yeah,
had
it was
rolled-
great. Would have made him run
Yeah.
away faster.
So basically, what
You
basically
would have
happens.
got caught up to that guy
Yeah, I
with the
would've
book
ran
and
through.
everything. Like,
If you would have watched this as a cartoon, it would be very short, and this is how it would go down. It would be guys walk in, get down the floor, book nerds, and a sage looks and sees he has rope on his on his side, runs over. As he's running, Robot Santa comes in, shoots everyone, including the sage. The sage throws the rope on a table, jumps to the window, falls in the window, it gets bloody. The guys over to surround him. The Robot Santa shoots him and kills him. It's over in 12 seconds. It was amazing.
Yeah. Oh, well, hopefully all the bad luck just got out there. And,
yeah.
And seeped over to Dan.
yeah.
well, it all ends up. Keep
it all over
It all ends up over.
Back to the left side of the table
I
with
think
you.
the table
It's
just
gonna keep
funnels
shifting.
downward in the center.
Thank God we got that collector's luck.
Yeah.
thing.
I'm looking forward to
Today.
using that today.
Oh my God.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Evan, thank you so much for those contributions. Don't forget, guys, you can contribute stars and affect the game. Look at the bottom left of the screen, and you'll see all different enchantments you can do. Besides re-rolls, besides if you want to be in the show and have an NPC say something, they're all down there. Check them out. Keep the shares going up because that's giving them pluses. Right now, they get a +2 for all attacks because they have 100 shares. 150 is the next milestone.
Oh,
And
Keep
that's
sharing those.
So without
links.
further ado, let us go to Audio Dungeons and Celestial War.
World where 7 people will play a game like never before.
I'm Rob.
I'm Tom.
I'm Vinny. Where's my money?
Survive.
Okay, I'm
Excuse me.
So you say.
I'm making fun of myself. So, yeah. It's funny. We first started working with Leopold, who's moderating right now. He goes, I got a question for Vinny. Did Vinny ever find that money? That was the best thing I ever
I
heard.
play a thief. Come on. I'm always finding money. Well, I actually haven't found any money in this quest yet. Found a lot of items, but no money.
You need to work on that. You're a thief and you haven't found any money?
Well, you haven't.
Whose fault is that?
He does have the most powerful
Don't say.
item.
You're about to say like it's my fault, but you've been to
Yeah, I
civilizations.
heard that. Yeah, I heard that.
How many cities?
He was like ready to break
Yeah,
it.
and he's
Are
like,
you
oh.
trying to say there's no
Hey,
money
hey,
in this world?
Hey.
There's no gold? Are you kidding?
both-
I haven't had
Only.
time to stay in a city long enough to steal gold from a person.
Okay.
Usually it's us running through it for our lives.
I mean, a really good thief. I don't
think
think
you
would
just-
that much time.
I think-
Hey, do you have any
I'm
money?
just I do.
Not much, because I was stealing
No.
most of it.
I think the rest of them.
True, I was his resource. I forgot.
That's when you stole it. The first day of the quest is when you were stealing all the
Yeah,
money.
because I was calm, cool, and collective at that
I
point.
think
I was
he's
like,
had
okay,
a-
I'm cool here. I'm good with this.
That's hilarious.
yeah, exactly. I'm good with it.
I'm not running for my life.
Daddy, daddy.
I think he's seen that, the good nature of the rest of the group and how, maybe his thieving ways are not, what he
With
wants to
us.
do anymore.
For us.
No, I just don't need to steal from you guys.
Yeah, right. That's it. Hold on.
We've
don't
won
need to-
him over to our
We should-
good nature.
That's right. To the heart.
All right, now can we die? Because it's only a matter of time.
Because he wants to make a new thief that steals again.
I just want to be
This one steals stuff.
I just want to be the chaotic neutral thief that just
He's never
steals
gonna
everything
turn.
from everybody.
Just beat that. Just do it.
This
He
guy ain't
can't
like
be.
that.
No, he's not.
This guy ain't
This
like
guy
that.
ain't
I
like
wanted
that.
to do that. You gave me the kibosh on it though in the beginning.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Why would I ever
found
do
a way.
that?
He
had a
found a
conversation.
way.
What?
He found a way.
We
Look
had
at that guy.
me and you
He
had
did
a
it again?
conversation about this.
You were talking.
We did.
That's your own fault.
I think you're.
though.
I
let
think
it
you're
happen.
referring to a conversation about like the God you follow and
Nope.
what the worlds are.
Nope.
Vin, you can do
Nope.
anything you want right now.
Nope. Me and you had a conversation about this. We'll,
How did
we
we'll
get the
refer to
kibosh?
this later on
How
when
did
we're
we get
done.
the
Oh
kibosh?
no, I don't believe that. I don't
We
believe
did.
that at all.
We did. We
Guys,
did.
what do you think? Do you think I stop anybody from doing anything? No, come
You,
on.
I don't
you
think
asked
so.
me
I
I
not
don't
to.
think so.
What did you want to do?
We'll talk about it later. Let's play.
You robbed everyone the first day.
No. I was going to do a lot worse. It was going to be a lot worse.
All right.
You're going to kill people?
Move on.
To kill people?
I wasn't going to
Oh
kill
my
people.
God, I have no idea.
Now can we play D&D?
Yeah. Move on.
Oh,
Yes.
my God.
Yes. So everyone, last week was very exciting. A lot of crazy things happened.
Just okay.
What happened? I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh my gosh.
Basically, the group went through the collector's dungeon, the dungeon they found in the desert. The dungeon, they only found it because Brooke Armstrong rolled a 20, natural 20, and they actually came across the dungeon. And unfortunately, everyone failed in all different ways in that dungeon except for Findalar Lockdawn, Tom Picosa, who is now considered a champion of the collector. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little shocked at the way my life has changed.
And some of us avoided failure by not trying.
Yes.
Right. Right.
Choose not to run.
Imagine a scenario. You walk into a room and a god
The
gives you a
lesson
challenge.
is never try.
And two of you leave. Someone there's the challenge that before you was this, and you're like, I'm gonna go outside and check what the door's like.
Yeah.
Because usually your lava pit traps
my
with
God.
cages usually end with us falling into lava and dying. So I
this
was
is
like, oh, there's a
different.
door there. I know where this is going. I'm going through the door.
See, you were only half right,
different.
though.
We're bound to
You
this
fell
god.
into lava and didn't
Hey,
die.
we're still alive, right?
I ain't falling into anything.
That's
I
the
walked out the
important
door.
You
That's
fell
right.
into
We're still
disappointment.
alive.
Okay.
we are.
I've got like these sick magical items bound to me.
And you do.
I can
That's
ask.
nice.
I can ask the planet a question.
And I am jealous. I am not saying I'm not jealous. I am jealous. Just
Okay,
saying.
we have some things. We have some things
Nice.
going on right now in the chat, and I'm just being notified that
Oh.
apparently Jackie Shaw is saying, "Why does Vinny look like McLovin?"
It's the glasses. It's the
Because
glasses.
he
Vincent Benani's immediately like, "That's my new favorite comment."
Of course it is.
Oh,
You just need a vest.
I need the vest.
Batman says to quote Lady
Next
Gaga, "He was born that way."
Oh man.
Next week, that's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the corduroy vest.
Yes.
And every week after.
McLovin.
Somebody find me a corduroy vest.
Jackie, let's
Dylan
pitch it.
Parham, welcome to the stream. His first time here.
Man.
Hey, Dylan.
Yeah, what up,
Yeah.
Dylan?
All right. We actually play D&D occasionally.
Yeah, sometimes.
They're all calling you McLovin now, guys. I would say call him McLovin forever. I would love that. I would enjoy that.
It's not the first time, so I'm quite okay with
Yeah.
that.
Let's do a crew vote. Who thinks that we should just call him McLovin?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's unanimous.
Dan and Rod did raise their hands and they couldn't figure out why.
Like, what?
What are we doing right now?
Wait,
like-
that's not the first time you were
Like
called
all the
McLovin?
time, right?
Yeah.
No, I believe
okay.
that. Are you kidding? This
Yeah.
guy?
Yeah, well,
the
okay.
guys I work with are pretty ruthless, so that's really not much.
Do they call you McLovin?
He said
did
that's not
for
the first
one-
time.
Oh my
Quite
God.
I
great.
don't know how we not know this.
I know because he
good
didn't want
buzz.
Because
he didn't
usually
share
when I
it.
talk about work, it's more about the crazier stuff of like what happens.
I won't even go into
Not
it.
about a
Yeah.
nickname.
Thank you to Jeff Sanford for giving us the 795 stars.
Wow,
And
Jeff, thank you.
He gave
Jeff.
Thank you, buddy.
he gave one re-roll to Brooke.
Yay!
Thank you.
Very
You're
nice.
worthy.
I have
All
a
right.
feeling we're going to need
Thank
those
you, man.
rerolls today.
So
Let's do this.
Last week you exited the collector's dungeon. You found out that time works very differently.
God, that's
and
right.
in there a month passed. So you guys, when you were last on the ground, escaped from Ironstone, and you were being chased by Dragano. Dragano basically was taking the souls out of all the crystals around the area, and the dwarves. You left the dwarves battling Dragano out, but the king gave you his blessing to run because you guys got to get the rod out of there. You guys made it up. You went into the collector's dungeon. You came out. It's a month later, and then you guys traveled many days over to where you saw the Red City, and you saw the Red City is under attack. So from the west of the Red City is the Rook's forces, which is the Queen's forces, led by the Rook, and they're coming in, and they have gnomish tanks that were actually designed in season 1 by Archie Fint forcefully, and they have old gnomes in there. It's basically these carts with a cannon in the front, and they have all troops that they're leaving back, and they're sitting back real far and out distancing the cannons on the Red City's walls and just bombarding the city on the western flank. Now, when you guys got there, about 1 day away from the Red City, you also noticed then that the Walking Tower, which is an infamous tower in Andaria for the Archmage, is basically like a magical tower that has like creatures' legs, like beast legs in the bottom, and it's making its way. And you see it literally shifting, again, making its way through a forest, and it's about 3 days away when you guys saw it. At that moment, Jacques had a little freak out, and Jacques was saying that, Dragano is behind us somewhere. The Queen's force is right there. The Archmage is right there. We're outside the city. What are we going to do? And that is where we stopped. So let's take it away, and let's role play from that moment, guys. Go for it.
So, Jacques, you're from the city, aren't you? So, how the hell we get in here?
If we try to go in now, if they don't know who we are, they either might kill us by accident.
But they know you. I mean, what?
Yes, but I'm just one man. We're like miles away. We're running up. What are they going to do, open the door?
Is there another way in, maybe?
There's no secret ways in. No. It is heavily. It's a Red Knight city. It is heavily fortified.
We have to bring them the rod.
Yes. So you guys look over, and for your enjoyment, actually, you guys are here. I'm not going to be able to see it. I'll have to figure out a way to get that to you. Percival, do you, in the Dropbox, you see the Red City, and Daria the Red City? It's in the main audio dungeon thing. Can you throw it into Discord so the crew can see it?
So, is the army only on one side of the city?
So everyone's seeing the screen right now for the Red City. And if you're on Twitch, you're actually seeing the Red Knight's realm. So you see two different things. So the Red City is, on the western side, is the Rook, the Queen's forces, and 3 days away on the eastern side is the Archmage's tower coming in, the Walking Tower. There's nothing else that you see. And as you see in the Red City here, for those who try to understand it, you'll notice that there's tons and tons of houses and residential area that is up against the walls. You guys here, if you want to look at your phones real quick, you probably could spot it. And they're basically just hovering up, for defense. And you're pretty sure now that they pretty much evacuated inside those walls. But to get past that, you have to go through a fortress of soldiers inside. The Red City is known for being never breached before, and excellent horsemen, riders, knights. They have paladins, things like that. But they can't do much versus the spellcasters and the long range of these gnomish tanks that they simply have never seen before. So it is kind of tricky. Why are you laughing over there, Damien?
No, because I'm saying I didn't see it on the Discord, and Dan's looking for it. Anybody else see it?
I was saying check it on the Facebook right now. It's up, but it's gonna change over.
You said Discord.
Well, Percival's if Percival finds it, he's gonna put it up, but he hasn't found it yet.
Oh, sorry.
You can notice by the frustration as his thumbs are on his chin and he's squinting his eyes. So,
okay. So the tanks are only on one side of the city, then?
Yes,
correct. So what if we circle around the side of the city and go in from another entrance?
We got to be able to get like somebody's attention or something.
We can circle around the eastern side, but they might think we're a trick or something. Hopefully, we could try.
Well, if we let them know that we're here, they'll know that we're on their side.
Yeah, but how do we send them a message? I mean, we've got nothing here to do it with.
What if we?
I know how we can send
wave
them
a white
message.
flag.
I'm so worried right now.
No. I can speak to an animal.
What animal are you going to speak of? Do the gray understand?
Not saying.
So wait. You guys speak to an animal, and then how is the animal going to speak to them?
What if we wave a white
know.
flag? Go around the other side and
Okay.
Yeah. Does anyone have anything?
try to get somebody's attention.
I'm sure if we go to the eastern side, we can.
I'd rather go to the door
if they see Jacques, I'm really hoping that they're not going to just open fire on us.
Well, maybe it's best if only one or two people try and sneak in. Maybe you and Jacques can try and go get over the walls.
I don't think we have to
We don't have to sneak in.
I think we can just go to the gate and be like, "Hi,
Yes.
this is Jacques. Can we please come
Right.
in? We have the rod."
And if they try to attack us, we'll wave a white flag of some sort. Anybody got anything white that we could?
You really like this white
I
flag?
think it's a good idea. That's how you do it.
I was thinking that I could give my my harmonic resonance a shot, which I haven't done in a really long time.
Which does.
It
Oh, yeah.
allows me to tap into other universes, other dimensions, and I can sing a song from that world, and the lyrics of the song will happen. I can only do it once a day. The lyrics of the song will
So she sings like "Heal the World."
Yeah, I
she
can
she
sing
can
Heal
roll
the
and say
World.
"Heal the World," but when she uses it once, it is gone forever in eternity.
Wait, why didn't we think of this when we were down in the...
So Jacob is saying "Animal Army to breach the walls." Tails Akondo
Ugar's
says
Animal Army.
Tails Akondo says he could get a bird and then send the bird with a message to the king as to their location. Jan says, well, in actuality, like that, there has to be a druid or ranger who can understand the message in the city. That's what Jan's saying.
There might be a druid in the city.
Jeff Stanford says, wait until nightfall. David's just confirming that the map is displayed on Facebook for a time. Thanks, David. Appreciate that. Dolores Davis is saying, I didn't see an entrance that was already open. You need to climb over a wall.
Thanks,
Wait.
Mom.
If I can you write a note, and then I'll ask a bird to fly it to someone in the town.
It's a bird.
That's not going to work. The bird is just going to bring it to some random person.
Why?
Batman.
Yes, I
True.
can do
The
that.
bird doesn't know who the king is or who
I think we need to approach this.
I think we need to go there ourselves.
Let's
I
go.
think I personally will not put the fate of this mission on a random bird.
But yeah, let's try her. Let's try her song thing first. What are you
Her
gonna?
song ain't a bad idea.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Okay, what are you thinking? What do you want to get out of it?
I was thinking, I want to get that the war is over.
Yep.
So I was thinking of
Oh,
singing.
No.
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 What?
You gotta be very careful with this magic stuff. I'm not sure exactly how your stuff works, but with my stuff, when you say things like that, we can find out the war is over and we've lost. Like it'll just move us to
What
the,
he said.
It'll just move
Also-
us years in the future when the war is over.
That's a DM's favorite exploit.
I say.
Right.
Well,
Not
does
mine,
anyone
not mine.
have an idea?
Like I thought you were gonna do something like maybe like
Something that
Get
would
us
get
to
us
the city.
inside.
get us
like,
inside,
yeah, like
or like
bring us closer maybe so we
Build
don't have
the-
to walk
So
the day.
like
build
Creep
a-
from TLC.
I don't know what the,
So
I don't-
Creep. Yeah. You know. So nobody sees us.
Okay, so Batman says, have the rogue go invisible and sneak the collector's coin in the castle. It's your deity, and you can use the coin to item of recall to teleport into the city. Zach is saying, what class is Brooke? Brooke is a bard, but she's a 5th edition modified homebrew bard. So it's a little bit different. David Rickelson says, tunnel underneath and take them from below.
we don't want to. These are our
Not trying
friends,
to take them.
right? So we just want to get inside without them killing us
Yeah,
because
the
they're
Red
at war.
Right, the Red City is their allies. They're trying to get to the Red City, and the Red City is being attacked on one side, and then in 3 days it'll be attacked from another side.
Why
So wait,
we
wait,
need
so
to
who
just
has-
walk up to the city and
I
say,
I have an idea on this.
We come in peace.
I have a very good idea on this.
And you
What-
go in
we
pieces.
could technically do that. You can make us invisible, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
for a
So
little bit of time.
why not make us all invisible? We'll get nice and close to the city. Jacques comes invisible and says, "Hi, we're here."
We don't need to go invisible for that.
Yeah, but
Why-
it gets
walk
us.
up
It
to
gets
them.
us there without being seen.
I can't.
Is that
we're-
necessary?
We're
I
dead-
think
we're-
so. There's
I can't-
tanks.
I
There's a
can't.
walking town,
I can't
We
make us
could go
invisible
around the
for
side.
for a day. I can make us invisible for like a minute or 10 minutes.
which is fine.
we're a day away.
I'm not saying we have to do it right here. When we get closer.
I don't
Do
understand.
you have? Does anybody have an
Like,
idea?
if we were to move up to the
How
north,
long does invisibility last?
like 10 minutes.
That's all it is?
Yeah, it's nothing. If we're gonna go up to the northern side of this, right, of the town, or the southern side of the town, the side that doesn't have enemies attacking it, we'll just go up, and then if they start attacking us from range, we run away.
Right, or try to get them to stop.
Right.
And do
Either
that.
way, I want to get to this town. So let's start walking
I
the
just
talk.
think
go.
Let's just do that.
It's
I
hard-
start walking towards the town.
Yes, I go too.
The chat is now figuring out if the bird or the swallow could be carrying it, an African or European. It's gone to Monty Python.
I'm still looking for like an animal that could be my
So
companion.
roll d20 and add your wisdom.
Okay.
Is this the first roll still?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is going to be
Oh my
it's good.
God.
It's in your class, you know.
This is the first
Okay.
roll.
the first
With
roll.
the new
Because
dice.
there are not many animals around, so therefore it'll be hard. You need to achieve a 15.
Okay.
Good luck.
A 14.
Oh, no.
With your
Any modifier on that?
Yeah, with a plus
Uh,
3.
If you want to use, if you want one of your rerolls, you have
I
it.
can't use a reroll for this.
Okay.
I'll find the companion.
Try again.
I'll find the companion. I just have to be patient.
She's gonna get like a dust mite.
So
Okay, Jacob suggests, can they light enough torches or campfire, some signal, to have a search party inquire about what they are doing, and Peaceful mention they are trying to enter.
It's good.
I like the idea.
If
there
it's
wasn't,
nighttime when we get there, that might be a good.
I like the idea, but I don't like the idea because there's 2 armies on either side of us that can also
but-
send search parties.
We're gonna go around the side.
Michael Runko says, get closer by using the enemy's armor. Approach the wall with a white flag, then tell them who you are.
It's kind of like what I said.
Well, yeah, I think you had mentioned that last week, actually. Somebody did, because we were discussing
But
about the thing.
we're a decent distance away from.
You're a day away.
From the Queen's armies as well, right?
So
Yeah.
can we shorten
Same
down
thing,
this?
yeah.
Can we shorten down this walk? Maybe like fly us. What do you think? Maybe.
No.
Waste his spells.
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I think we should just walk
Just
up
asking.
to the northern wall. Or
Yes.
the
I think
southern
we
wall.
might be overthinking.
Yes.
Let's just go
I do
walk to the
too.
city.
Let's go.
I want to not appear like I'm part of either army, so I don't want to sneak and I don't want to use magic to bring us up.
Let's just walk.
Fair
Right.
enough. So let's walk.
Zach
start walking.
says, not a bad idea, McLovin.
Hey, it is what it is.
You get drolled now.
I like that. As we're walking, I say to him,
Yes,
I
walk.
I like that idea about the whatever you call the harmonic
resonance.
Yeah,
It's a good spell.
yeah. Maybe we can think of something that could.
If you pick the right spell or the right song,
I'm thinking
Like if
that'll
I-
work perfect.
like I think like help rebuild the walls of the city that have been damaged by the Queen's army, or something to like.
What about like what's so
something to, like-
funny about peace, love, and understanding? Something like that.
I think our end goal is to murder those 2 armies.
Yeah.
So I
Yes.
don't want peace. I want them to be destroyed.
Something that destroys the tower
But-
would be.
But like something like that, something that lets the
I
Red
have a theory on that,
Knight
by the way.
City, this place know that we're their friends. Like I think things like that are things I think
Along
that
the lines of
yeah.
what we should.
that's my idea. But
Okay,
then
we can
again,
scroll
I'm not a
through.
bard and I've never used that spell and I have no idea what it actually does.
What
So
about
I'm just
something
really nervous about like I know that a lot of times magic can twist your words.
Right.
So you have to be very careful about like what you say and how you say it, so
What about
that
something
you
that
eliminate the opportunity for something to go bad.
Yeah.
What about something that can get us into the city?
I don't want to. We just go up to the city.
Yes.
Well, I'm
seriously.
just
That's
giving her
not-
ideas. I don't know.
That's
We
just
should
gonna
think
get
about
us
it while we're
locked
walking.
up.
I'm just.
Yeah.
That's not gonna do anything
I,
good.
I'm really nervous about like matching ourselves in.
I really
and
don't
then
think we're
them
getting
thinking that
locked
we're-
up once we get inside, and we have the rod, and
Yeah,
we're bringing
well-
the rod to them.
I think that we shouldn't be forcefully entering.
They know we're coming with it. Like they know they're waiting for us.
Because they're our friends.
Yes.
Which is
exactly.
why they're gonna let us in.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
They're
but we have to
gonna-
get through.
All right. No more on this
No,
conversation.
we're not gonna
Just
go
walk.
through the army.
walking
We're gonna
to
go
the
around
city.
the
Walking.
side.
All right, let's
walking.
do that. Let's do that. Good idea.
I don't want to interrupt it. So Constance Turner, thank you so much for donating 130 stars. We appreciate it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Constance.
Don't forget, guys, you can
Beautiful.
donate and change the game, add some enchantments, rerolls, anything you like. Okay, so you guys start. Evan says she came online a wrecking ball on the wizard tower.
Oh.
She's singing, "Give me like a wrecking ball," like swinging to the wizard tower and knock it over.
Okay, that would be amazing.
Okay, so you guys start making your journey. You're not flying. You're just making your journey over there, over the dunes. And are you getting to within, what, say, like 10 minutes of the city, an hour of the city? How far you want to go to?
Yeah, I think we're going to keep approaching the city until something bad happens.
Yeah.
And we want to.
Okay.
Or we
wanna
feel like something
approach
bad's about to happen.
not where the army is.
Yeah, either
That's-
the north or the south, whichever way is the
You're coming from the south right now.
so, to the south,
Southeast?
the southern wall.
If we're
Oh, southern wall.
Yes, it's east will put you further away from the Queen's army that's attacking. If you remember, they're attacking from the sunken cities. They're
Is
coming
that's
from-
putting us in between them and the tower, though, isn't that?
Yes, but the tower
Okay.
is still 3 days away. Well, 2
Okay.
days away
2 days
now.
away.
About
I think
when you
we
guys
should go
arrive.
more on the eastern side.
So
Yeah.
southeast.
Yeah.
We approach-
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys come around the side. Vincent Banani says is to sing. You can't touch this. David wants to know any chance of digging your underground into the sewer, or anything like that underneath the ground.
Not necessary.
Yeah, I feel like we don't want to sneak into a place where we're trying to let them know that we're their allies who have returned. You know?
Batman says the coin can be used. He means the collector's coin, but not activated to create a sanctuary in the wall that you can teleport to because it's your deity and you are all connected to it. It'll teleport 8 people at a time.
Whoa,
That's good.
Batman.
That's the
Lay
thing.
down, lay
But
down
not for this
the
situation,
deep knowledge.
maybe, but
We
that's
got.
good.
Batman wants us to use these collector's coins, though.
Yeah.
So you guys coming around this southern eastern part, and you guys are we'll say like 10, 15 minutes off. If you get any closer, it's going to be, you'll at least know they see you, will react to you, whatever you think they're going to do.
So
keep walking.
As we've been walking, does anybody, we've figured out if anybody has anything white that we could raise as a white flag. Does anyone have anything that could be white-ish?
My underwear.
Oh, wait, no, from last battle?
Yeah, no.
What about the back to the maps? I got the maps. The back to the maps.
Yeah, the
What?
maps are
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
I really don't need those no more.
Okay. I take my quarterstaff and I kind of like just flip it through, and I as we come up, I wave that in the air.
Okay, you start waving the map.
I just wave my arms.
Yeah.
They want us to kill them.
They're giving a big target.
This doesn't, if you're just doing this, that doesn't mean like I'm coming to get you.
Okay, you're. I'm coming to kill
If
you.
go like oogly, maybe, yeah.
Okay, so you guys start walking. You guys start walking over to the Red City.
Scary.
Yeah.
And you're making your way closer and closer, and you see that there's some kind of interaction between the guards up there in one of the towers, and they do take notice of you. There's nothing happening as of right now. What do you want to do?
Keep walking.
Yeah, keep getting closer.
So we can get into like shouting distance to them,
Totally agree.
Keep walking.
Okay. So you guys are walking forward, and eventually, all of a sudden, you see a wizard who's bald. He has tattoos on his head, red robes, and he looks at you and he says,
Don't hurt us.
"Who are you?" "Oh, Jacques, you have the rod."
Hello?
We're back.
Who is this?
I look at Jacques to see if he recognizes this guy at all.
Oh yes. They call him Tomb Mage.
Oh,
Tomb like grave, like Tomb Mage.
oh,
Yes, it's a dark name. I will transport you inside
okay.
if you permit me. He grabs two of you. He's basically like night crawling people are in. He goes back to for you, and we'll say for Dan last time. He takes you and goes to teleport you, and you can see a pull, and all of a sudden you're teleported inside a keep, and the rod is not with you. And he looks at you, panicked. He grabs the two of you, goes back, and the rod's on the floor, and he's standing there.
Gotta walk it in.
Come quickly.
I pick it up and I start.
Oh, man. Are we still there? Or we already
No,
went?
he brought the rest of you in. So you're running.
Am I with Vin?
Yeah. So actually, Jacques would still be there because I was doing two. Jacques there, and he's like,
That's a close one.
So you guys start running up to the city as fast as you can, and you see like the two mages running with you. He teleports ahead. He's gone for like 30 seconds. Comes back. He's running with you again.
He comes
And
back
then-
to tell us what was going on.
No, he goes to open the door. He goes. So you guys run in,
Puts a
and
rock in
you run
front of
into,
it.
you see it's a giant fortress, and there's a bunch of guards. They're all coming out, heavily armored, and they run you guys inside. And you guys finally, after many
Wow.
weeks,
Wow.
make it into the Red City.
The safety of the Red City.
Yes, yes.
Well, now we know this
crazy.
rod can't be teleported.
So it's funny.
That's a good thing.
Quite
Yeah.
a journey.
Because
Just
that
find
could
out
have
this way.
stunk to find out the hard way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's well, I'm not gonna say anything.
Yeah, it's a certain type of teleporting.
Oh yes, you have the right memory. You think of something right?
For sure.
He's thinking something from the side quest.
Because
Yeah.
it's definitely, yeah.
So anyway, so you guys get into the Red City. What's funny is that if you guys watch from the beginning, it's actually on YouTube, and you can go over to Facebook. But if you watch literally from the third or fourth episode, they should have been on their way to the Red City. But they didn't.
Long time ago.
They did it because they got caught like noobs. Like they haven't been playing Dungeons & Dragons for 25 years. They got caught. See my hand? I'm doing the Italian. What were they doing?
We took the road.
What are
less
you
traveled.
doing? McLovin, what are you doing, McLovin?
Wasn't my idea to go down there.
That's
So
what
No, I
McLovin
wanna
would say.
There was
we
an
got-
old man and a kid at a fire.
No,
there was
but
a lot
way
of
before that.
There's a lot of
I think
shit.
he's
way
saying-
before
he's
that.
talking about-
McLovin
he's
shot
talking
our
about
friend.
after
Well, we
we
got
shot
caught-
him.
Well, we got
and we
caught
got
in the
surrounded by the
forest.
guards.
Yeah, that was the
And we didn't
stupidest.
fight.
The guards came and you all
That
just
was the
surrendered.
worst.
That was the
That was the
stupidest.
yes.
Totally.
So it was my choice to
changed
be
it.
shot by
I'm
Rob.
glad because I got to utilize my real estate skills.
You did.
We went back to the Sunken
That was-
City. and I was very proud of
I
it.
had quite the cushy managerial job at that point,
Things
too.
were,
You did.
Things were going well for us then. You know.
Yes, good time.
Yeah.
Good times.
And
We're
here
just under
we are.
We weren't
Just
in
under-
hell yet.
Life
we're in
was
hell.
easy.
So they bring you guys into. You're walking through the city. I'm gonna put the city up one more time so people can just see it in case they didn't get a chance before.
Nice.
So glad to be here. No idea.
So you'll see the Red City is here. They came in through one of these actually the eastern entrance right there, but from the south. And you guys are walking down. If you guys right here, the crew want to look on your phones, you can see the city. You guys are walking through a large street, and there's actually a lot of red stone actually built into the ground, but it's covered from sand and desert. And you see it's pretty much covered wherever there are roads. People just track it in and bring it around. There's many towers everywhere. Lots of people huddled up within the areas, trying to hide. Trying to take this from the safety of the walls in there. And but the barraging right now, don't forget, is coming in from the western side. And as you can assume, everyone's been evacuated from that side, and they're all within these walls. There's troops everywhere. There has to be over 100,000 troops in here, and maybe even more from what you're just trying to tell. Two mages walking with you. He's not really discussing with you. He seems to be like very concerned that you have the rod, and he wants to get it to somewhere safe. That seems to be what's going on from him right now. So you guys make your way over, and you travel towards this giant, large fortress, and that in the center of the entire city, and it's the most beautiful thing you guys have ever seen before. And I don't think anyone here has been to the Red City in game in their pre-story at all. So you guys are making your way through the halls. You have no idea where you're going, and there's people running with paperwork, and people, wizards passing you. You'll see a couple of knights that are putting helmets on, and people are just getting ready for battle, where they think is going to happen. You make your way into what you consider to be the more the higher up areas where you shouldn't be. It's kind of like you're being hurried backstage into an area you shouldn't be. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going to see Aerosmith. So
In this case, Spinal Tap trying to find the
yes.
Not an exit.
Where's
Red
room
key.
11?
Not an exit.
So you guys walk through all these intricate ways, and you pass actually a couple of notable areas. One area we see a hallway, and there's wizards standing like guards all the way down this long hallway to a large red door. And you pass that up, and you also pass an area that looks like a senate. You see, it's all different chairs and booths around this entire area, and then there's a smaller council area in the middle of that. You finally make your way up some stairs, and you pass a lot of guards. Some guards even turn to follow you and join you, as if you're on you get into the higher ups where they have to watch you. And you make your way up to the very, 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 very top of one of the tallest towers. And you get there, and you see a whole bunch of individuals standing out there. They're all looking out to the west, and a couple of them have battle maps, and it seems that they're using it as a war room, giving orders out, but also trying to see what's going on. You see, there's a woman there that looks very looks like a wizard, also looks like some sort of royalty. You're not really sure, and you see some people calling her Frigg, and she's out there. This is Taylor's character. She's very excited right now.
Frigg.
And she's out talking with somebody. She's talking to some sort of counselor, like another wizard that's next to her. There's a general that's looking out, who they're calling Parthenax, and he's looking out. And you see just a bunch of individuals. Finally, a wizard comes over to you. He has a monocle, very Dr. Wily-like white hair coming on three sides, and walks over to you. Well, and who are you?
I'm Hogar.
Hogar, the half-giant. And a two-mage goes, Archmage, this is the group. These are the crystal bearers. They're here. He goes, my word. I can't believe you made it.
Yep.
Neither.
We did.
We
Neither
almost
can I.
didn't.
Yeah.
Yes.
You see, turns to the woman they were calling Frigg. He goes, Your Majesty, is it all right if I leave here? And she nods to him. He goes, come with me downstairs. He walks
But we
back.
just walked all the way up
Yeah,
here.
exactly. Jacques is like,
My legs, I'm tired.
Slide down the
maybe we can get some bread for the
Little.
walk down.
Some beer.
You guys walk all the way down. You're like, yeah, I've seen these steps.
Great, great.
You guys walk down. You pass out the Senate council room or whatever that was, and then you walk down another area with all the wizards through, and you see the wizards kind of like stiffen up when Onyx walks through the wizard. I don't know if they say his name.
No, here.
When the wizard walks through, and you walks into an area. You see him go like this, very Obi-Wan, and the door just opens up, and you see it's like a very large, probably like 50 by 50 room. It looks like a laboratory library, whichever he would call it, what he uses. So you guys walk into there. Role play the short walk in the hallway through the wizards. Just whispers back and forth. Role play.
I can only imagine where the hell they're bringing us now. I mean, they just walked us all the way to the top. Now they're going to walk us all the way back down to the bottom.
I'm
Better not be
very
a dungeon.
I'm very excited because when I saw the hallway with the wizards, I was like, I hope I get to go down and find out what's at the end of the hallway with the wizards. And now we're going to do that.
You know, I don't. They called us the crystal bearers, but I don't think they know that the crystals don't work anymore.
Well, they're going to find out soon enough.
Maybe they can fix them. They can put the
Maybe.
power back in there.
That's a good point.
And hopefully replenish the rod, too.
I actually have an idea on that, by the way.
Okay.
Okay, you guys.
Game, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Do we know that our crystals are still okay?
Do you know?
Jamie and myself.
They look.
because they're,
You're assuming.
Right, because they didn't lose.
You can only
their-
assume.
Okay.
Okay, you guys walk into his library, we'll call it.
Okay.
You walk in, you see there's actually a large orb, looks like a scrying orb in the center, and chairs appear around it. He's like, take a seat. He goes to sit down. As he sits down, the chair appears. He looks at you. He has the monocle on and everything else.
Okay.
My name is Onyx. I have been here at the Red City and since its birth. I have many questions for you, but I am sorry to say that I must ask each of you individually. I don't know you. I'm very happy that you brought the rod here, but perhaps I should find some information out first.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so you see him. He stands up. He goes, "If you don't mind, I would like each one of you to leave. I'll bring you in one by one." So, anybody protest?
I guess not.
No.
Okay, Rob, he starts with you. Your name? You're alone here, by the way. It's just two mages in there with you also, and that is it.
I'm Arky Fint from the Sunken City.
It's not often you get to hear Rob do the voice.
Yeah.
What's funny is that every time we
Literally
do a mic check at the beginning before we go live, Rob goes, "I'm Arky Fint."
Got the chance to use it in game.
Finally, all that practicing.
Full circle.
Nailed it, man. You nailed it. Guys, give us some likes if you like Rob's voice. That's slightly southern, slightly gnomish, slightly Rob Spataro. Now I have a question for you. We were looking to create an item of magic, and we sent out the plans for this rod to be created, and you were the person to create it. Did you actually build it?
Well, I created the part of the rod that holds the crystal. I was commissioned to design that holder. I didn't know what it was for, though, but it was supposed to be this container of very high quality.
Right. And what happened when your group had the rod? Why didn't you bring it here?
Well, we tried to bring it here originally, but we got captured by the Rook's men on the way. Broke back to the Sunken City, were held prisoner there, and eventually were able to escape through the waterways underground, and, well, that just led us on a really long kind of roundabout journey, and we just finally got back.
I heard from some of our shadows that you were left behind in the group. The group went down the waterway, but you stayed behind. You were captured and interrogated, yes?
Yes, the only way to get away was if I delayed the Rook for a while.
What did they ask you? Anything of importance?
No, they just wanted to know what we were doing, who we were. I just said we were trying to escape.
Very good. Thank you, Arky. I appreciate your time. He brings you out. He bring you in. Holgar, is it? Yes?
I am Holgar.
Yes. Very good.
Yes.
You are from the, obviously, the Giant's Forest on the island, south of Solst, yes?
That's right.
I must ask this question. I have never actually conversed with a half-giant before. Why did you not Why do you not worship the Archmage? Isn't there a tower there? Don't the half giants see the Archmage as their creator?
Yes.
Then why are you helping everyone here escape? Why not help the Archmage?
I don't want to be like the rest of the half-giants. I left them
And why is that?
because I don't want to be like them. They fight. They're violent.
And what are you?
I don't know. I wanted to be a ranger. I wanted to explore the forest and forage and make friends with the animals. But I've started to become violent myself lately.
So perhaps you should go back to your people.
I don't want that.
And what do you want?
I want to help my friends.
Well, do what? You've brought the crystal rod here. Your mission is done.
Oh no.
And why is that?
We have much more to do.
Your mission, as I understand from the seer, was to escort Findalar Lockdawn, the wizard, to the sunken city, retrieve the crystal rod, bring it back to the Elven realm. And the Elven realm is actually destroyed in the midst, and the seer and the Elven civilization, whichever survived, is here in the Red City. So your mission is done.
No, no. We're now a part of the new Celestial War. We have a lot to do. We have to free the lion and cure the elven blight.
I have seen many men risk their lives to try to free the lion. They call it the debt here in the Red City. All the paladins take on the weight that is the debt of the night. And
We can do that here?
do what?
Free the lion?
No. The paladin hood exists because they try to repay the debt of the lion who was imprisoned by the queen. The Red Knight's people feel responsible. The paladins want to repay the debt. They want to free the lion
How do they repay the debt?
by trying to free him. They follow the code of the lion. And hopefully one day they'll make their way to find him and free him. That is the ultimate goal of the paladin ordered here.
We were tasked with doing that. A lot of other things, too.
By whom? Who tasked you?
The collector.
That was perfect. I'm sorry.
Seriously.
I'm sorry.
My friends and we are all bound to the collector.
Okay.
I met the collector.
You met the collector.
I died.
You died.
I died.
Is that a... Okay, you died.
Am I telling you too much?
No. You're telling me just enough. Okay, I'm going to talk to everyone else. But we had a good talk.
Thank you.
You stay right there.
Okay, you go outside. I bring you in. Botorius, yes?
Botorius Lowbridge, son of Godin.
You're actually
Service.
You're actually here from the area. You hail from Low Hills, yes? The dwarven settlement nearby.
Originally,
Ah. And how did you get roped into all this?
well,
You're not a guard, are you?
no, I was working in the sunken city for a while, and that's kind of how I...
Were you a deputy? Were you a...
Oh, I worked in the mines.
you were a miner?
Well, that was the second time I stayed in the city. The first time, actually, I did work for security, town security, and guards. But
Oh,
then I worked in the mines for quite a while,
okay.
and got wrapped up into this adventure, and survived.
I have a question for
Made
you.
it here.
I have a question for you. It's really to everyone in your group, but you're just here right now, and I do intended to ask to you, how come you're still alive? You are a miner. You've taken jobs on. You have some security expertise. How did you survive? Because from what I hear, you guys have made it a journey that is incredible.
It was not easy. That's all I can say. It was perhaps fate, luck. I don't know. I did the best I could to survive and to help.
What do you think should be done with the rod, in your opinion?
Interesting question.
Oh, good. I'm glad I interest you with my questions.
Well, I would like to see it be used for good. I would like to see it end the fighting in this war. I don't know if that's possible, but that's what I'd like to see. I'm not, not a fan of all this killing.
And where's your loyalty?
Death. Well,
I'm glad to see it's a complicated question.
right now my loyalty is to my friends, my companions.
Ah, very good. Okay. Thank you very much, Botorius. It was good meeting you.
Anytime.
While you guys are out there, you guys are sitting there, and you see an old man. Everyone roll d6. No, just aside of the table.
Nope.
Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone outside can roll d6. Guys.
Not me.
4.
5.
6.
Brooke, you're standing there, and you see like a servant come over, and the servant is an older man, and he comes over, and he's carrying some things back and forth. He's passed you a few times already, and this time he bumps into you, and he goes, "Oh, who are you? Must be important. You must be a very important person.
Why do you say such things?
Just the way you look. I feel I should just tell you, be careful. Don't get lost around here."
Thank you.
He walks up.
What's this person look like?
He has gray hair, human, probably in like his 60s.
Okay.
And
John
Ethan,
McEnroe?
Thank you for the 1,000 star donation.
Wow.
Oh, thank you.
Wow.
Nice.
Random NPCs. I like that. Had me
Thank you.
fooled. I was like, oh no, here we go.
That's good.
Okay, so Brooke, they bring you in. I've been interested to see you. You are a bard, yes?
Yes.
So, what are you doing on this journey? Why are you here? Why are you all here protecting this crystal rod? Why do you care?
Well, we've been given this mission, but we also care about the world in which we live.
But you didn't start on this mission. You started as a singer in the bar, Smithy's Tavern, I believe, and
Yes.
you stuck with these people. Most of you don't know, but why?
I didn't know them then, but they're my family now.
What if you had to go back down to where you went? I've heard from Jacques before, I briefed earlier, about what happened, and you supposedly went down into the dark, a very dangerous place. And
We
then you
did.
went down even further into the core of the planet, where Dragano
We did.
lives. Would you do it again if you had to protect a rod?
If we could go together, of course.
So you're insane. I'm just
Have to
kidding.
be.
Where's your loyalty lie?
With my friends. My family.
So be it. Thank you. It was nice to meet you, Abyssia.
You too.
Thistly comes in. He
Ride with me.
No,
Don't bring it in there
why not?
by yourself.
I don't
With
think
the
you should
Archmage?
either.
I'm telling you.
It's
No.
supposed to be here.
Thistle.
All right, man. I'm
You
not
don't
gonna fight
know what
about
he's
it.
gonna...
I know, but the rod is supposed to be here. We were told
Ju-
to bring it here.
You just said Archmage. It made me think something. Just in case people are as a confusion, they call the ancient the god the Archmage.
Right.
This guy is an arch wizard and an archmage. He is not the Archmage. They just
Right.
call that
The
ancient the
Archmage,
Archmage, but he is an arch wizard. They're not the same thing.
All right.
Just so that people don't get confused with that.
I feel like we're safe.
All right.
You walk in. He sits down and looks at you.
Morning.
When you walked in this room, I had 3 gold coins in my pocket. When you leave this room, will I still have 3 gold coins in my pocket?
Probably. Yes.
Probably or yes?
No, that's a yes.
Didn't sound like a yes. It sounded like a probably.
Well, I thought about it, and then I thought about the repercussions, and no, it's a yes.
Ask me if you're going to leave this room alive.
Yes, because I brought you back the rod.
No, I'm saying ask me the question.
Am I going to leave this room alive?
Probably.
Okay.
How'd that make you feel?
I can live with that. I like my odds.
I know your father was a famous thief in the sunken city,
That is true.
And I'm curious, how come you haven't run with the crystal rod? You've had it in your possession, I believe, for months now, from the beginning, and you're here, and you've brought it to the Red City, and I'm wanting to know why.
Well, my initial goal when I joined this group was to make fame and fortune, because, something my father never really did. But, and once I got my hands on the rod, I did have hopes of getting away with it for a little bit, but that kind of went sideways once we met the collector. And
yes, I've heard about that. You met the collector. You met him where?
Where was it? Ganderstone? Ganderstone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ganderstone.
Ganderstone.
That's the ancient collector city underneath Anwar.
He's apparently he's trapped there.
Yes, and I heard from before that he assigned you all a mission.
Yes.
Do you plan to continue this mission?
I do now, knowing full well what I know and what this rod was meant to do, and yes, and being tasked from my god, yes, I have full intentions of following through with this mission.
So be it. Thank you very much, Thistle. He's to escort you out, and they bring in Findalar. I'm sure he's changed the rod over to Thistle.
Yeah.
Okay, so you give the rods to Thistle, and you walk in. Findalar, locked on, yes?
Yes.
So you were the only person that was supposed to be on this mission.
Yeah, I was the person who was tasked to get the rod and bring it back.
And you've completed your task.
Have I? From my understanding, the Elven City has been destroyed.
Well, I noticed that no one has brought the rod into this room, so you haven't completed it completely. But
Wait, I didn't go in the room with the rod?
No,
'Cause
I-
No.
you had a whole conversation about how you took it with you.
No, I was clearly going in with it.
Oh, you brought it in?
I was.
Okay, he didn't take it- he didn't take it from
Okay,
you,
I was
so-
like, wait a second, maybe they go in there.
He was just noting.
Right.
Okay, so he doesn't say that if you brought it.
Okay.
Your mission. I heard something very interesting that came up from Jacques. He was stating that you dropped the rod
Uh-huh.
into the water that turned your mission from a 2-month mission into a 5-month mission. I'm curious if you're the only person who is actually on this mission
Right.
who drops the rod into the water and lets it go into the dark, and that could be anywhere.
Right.
Why did you do this? And fans want to know. I mean, literally, fans are hitting up the Dungeon Master and asking when they watch this episode, "Oh my God," they say, and they say, "Why did he do that?"
It's a good question. It's a question I ask myself time and again, honestly.
Weekly.
Because of what we had to do to eventually get it back and the lengths that we had to travel. However, at the time, you figure you send me, and I'm an older gentleman, but I'm not really that experienced at the time in my wizarding ways.
Smart.
And a bunch of people who also, as you may have known from speaking to them, not particularly experienced or well-versed in combat, against the Rook and his armies and Thieves' crew and their armies. And I knew this rod was more powerful than anybody that I was traveling with had imagined. And I knew that putting it in the hands of people who wanted to do ill by it would be bad for the world. And I thought it would be better served that no one had it than the wrong people had it. And that's the reason I made the decision. And as much as it was a titanic struggle to get it back, I still tend to think it was the right thing to do, because I think if we had given it up, then one of the armies that is outside the walls of this city would have it now.
Perhaps, we'll never know. But it is here.
Yes.
That is good. Thank you very much. You may sit there for a second, please. And they bring everybody back in. You see some. Oh, by the way, servants are like wizards are helping you. That old man that bumped into you is there. He's helping you. And they bring you all in. He goes, "Now, if you could please hand me the rod and complete your task, I would appreciate it."
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, and my task was not to bring it to a wizard in the Red City. My task was to bring it back to the Elven Kingdom, which doesn't exist anymore. And again, we've been tasked to do far more with that. So I have no problem giving it to you for use in whatever battle we're about to have here. But if you think that the end of this is that you have the rod and we go on our merry way, I just want to be clear that that is not our intention.
You see him look over to a wizard near the door.
It's not.
Nope.
Who a wizard like walks out and walks down the hall, and the door closes.
So I have no problem giving it to him now. I think that if they can use this thing in any way to help win the battle that is coming here, which we are, I think, in our conversations all on the same side, and the fact that anything that we can do to help win
Correct
this
me if
battle,
I'm wrong.
we will.
I thought this rod was created for the Red Keep.
I don't know what it was created for. I was got sent to go get it, bring it back.
Well, where are
the Elven
your
Kingdom.
Isn't that
elven wizards now?
I have no idea.
They are here in the Red City. And,
Oh,
the door opens, and you see a man come in, and you see the seer comes behind him. The seer who sent you on the mission.
Right.
And the seer is an old elf, and he has an amethyst in his hand.
No one told me the character.
Yeah, I know.
know.
I'm just playing it out.
Right.
And he's holding an amethyst, which helps him actually see magically in the room. And he comes up to you, and I'm trying to make him sound not like Alabaster.
Don't you dare.
Too many old men.
I know. That's why Ethan wanted an older man before. Had to use up the old man voice. I only have so many old men in me.
Everyone has at least two.
Keep going.
Move it along,
Wow.
move it along.
Findelar. I have a lower voice than Alabaster. I've noticed.
Michael Caine? Is that
Actually, I sound.
How's it this one here?
I sound more like this. How's that?
Sure.
Whatever.
He comes up to you.
Findelar, how have you been?
He goes to hug you. He's a little bit off.
All right. Hello. Try to get in there.
Isn't Findelar here?
No, I'm right here. Okay.
I'm sorry, I have my hand closed around the amethyst.
Where
are you?
I grab his arm.
I don't feel you. Oh,
There we go.
there you are.
All right.
That feels just like you.
It is me. It's good. It is good to see that you are still alive.
It's great to see you.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have just heard about your journey. You have heard about the Elven Realm, our
Yes.
home.
Yes.
You were destroyed by the Archmage.
I know. I didn't know it was the Archmage, but I know it was destroyed. How many of our people were able to, I guess, find safety here?
I would say a little bit over half of our people survived. There's any rest of them out there, perhaps they are hiding amongst the woods. But we took who we could. We made it here to the Red City. The tree is dying.
I know. We have, we saw the base of the tree. We saw why it is dying. Drogano has escaped, and he has...
You see him grow very uncomfortable and alarmed.
Yeah, he has escaped. And we tried...
The demons?
Yeah, I know.
The demons.
Easy.
Yeah,
We
they're
tried our
coming.
best to prevent it, but his forces were too strong, and now the demons of hell have escaped with him, and they have traveled through the Underdark. And the last that we saw, they were defeating everything in their path. And I think even if we win this battle, there's another battle ahead of it that could be just as deadly.
It is hard to say what we should do from here. Especially that we are under attack from the Queen's forces today. And in 2 days, probably 2 separate armies.
Right. Hopefully the staff can help. We have discovered very, very powerful. However, its power has ebbed in our journeys here. We know that it can be recharged, but we don't know exactly all the ways to do that. The last time we did it, it was with
At the tree.
at the great tree, right? And the power of the tree naturally charged it, but we don't have anything like that. I don't know the Red Keep that well, but I don't think there's anything that's pure and endued with magical light here that can recharge the rod in the same way.
May I see the rod?
Yes.
I hit him the rod.
He holds it. Onyx comes over to kind of look at it too.
It appears that the rod has been tapped out of magic.
Yes.
Not to say it is not magical, for it is very powerful, and I can feel the presence of what is inside of it. Is it true that the dragon Ember lives inside?
As well as others.
Yes.
Who else?
So, the heroes of another age their spirits have returned, and they are residing within the rod, including
Alabaster.
and some legendary heroes that I don't even know all of them. They seem like myth to me. Their souls reside within that rod as well.
I think Jock knew some of them, didn't he?
Yes. Well, Jacques did.
They look over to Jacques. Jacques like, yes, I did.
Yeah.
It is complicated. Well, you see, he looks over to Onyx, and then Onyx looks at all of you guys, and he says, "Well, it looks like you completed your mission. We'll take the rod from here. We appreciate everything you've done, and whatever you would like to do, we're happy to help you out. Of course, you'll be rewarded for your time, and that's it. You're not really, warriors, as to say, as the Red Knights are. We don't want to put you in harm's way. So we would say that you are free to stay here as long as you like. You have earned your place in the highest halls of the Red City."
But what is your plan? What are you going to do now that we brought you the rod? You've got enemies on both sides.
Well, that is for the High Council to figure out, and for the seer and myself. But we thank you for everything that you've...
You don't know?
We don't know.
You don't have any plans on how you're going to use this?
My lady, the general up top is doing the plans and handling everything. I am the arch-wizard. He does the plans, I handle the magic. When I'm called upon, I will do it.
Do you know how to refill the rod with energy?
I do not. This is the first time I've ever seen the rod in my life. You see someone comes in and he goes, "Sir, Onyx, you're needed down the hall from the council chamber for 1 second. Yes. I'll be right back. See you. Will you join me?" Yes, of course. They leave. We'll be back soon. They close the door. There's a couple of servants around there.
Did they take the rod?
Yeah.
I find is the wizard that bumped into me in the room with us.
The servant, the older guy, he's there.
Yeah. I go up to him. Excuse me. What did you mean by...
The important girl.
What did you mean by don't get lost around here?
It's a big place.
And what could happen?
Well, there's a battle coming. Lots of things are happening. I don't know.
So we have a...
Don't be fooled by Onyx. He's testing.
What is he testing us for?
Yeah. I've probably said too much. He walks off.
Yeah,
So we got to figure out what we're gonna do.
well, I
Shouldn't
gotta
have
tell you
given
that.
him the rod?
No, I have no problem with giving him the rod, but I'm serious about what I said to him. Like, the rod doesn't stay here. Like,
It's
this is not, no,
it's
it doesn't.
supposed
No,
to.
it doesn't. We got charged by the collector to freaking save the world with this thing. We're supposed to free the lion and undo the blight and all the rest of that. We can't do that without the rod. We're tied to the rod. That magic is spread through all of us.
But the rod is useless to us right now. There's no way to recharge it.
I
We need to
understand
get
that,
back
but
We
into
can refill the rod for the upcoming battle. We need to save the world.
the rod is more useless to us if it's here and we're not.
We
right?
need to get up to the war room.
And with that little
Yeah, but I think
creepy
the
said
key
that-
is here. I think the key to saving everything is here.
Well, it starts here, helping the Red City win this battle.
Yeah, obviously, like, we need to have some win for the good guys, and this is the
Wasn't
only place we
part of
have
the
a chance.
collector's? It's me asking you. Wasn't part of the collector's thing
Aid the knight.
aid the knight
Yeah,
and
here.
free him? And the knight was like the knight
No,
was
I
to.
don't think the knight's.
I think the
prison
knight.
too?
No. Free the collector. Wasn't the knight?
No, free the lion.
Free the lion.
I thought we had to free the collector too.
Well, eventually, I think that's
We
what we're
would,
gonna do.
that's
But
his
like,
brother.
I think like we're doing that in part by like being tied to him and being out free in the world. I think
So-
he's touching the world more and more. But my point is this: I think he's trying to see, do we have the drive, the gumption to keep going, or are we going to say now, okay, we did it, goodbye?
Well, I think we have to stay here and help them first.
Yeah, of course. No, I just said
We-
that. We're all for that. This is a battle I think we need to win.
Well-
but I don't think that when we win it, we go, okay,
Okay,
let's
so
retire.
let me jump back into character. I keep losing my voice. Sorry.
Sorry, that's why
I keep throwing myself off.
That's why I speak in my own voice.
So if we help them here,
Yeah.
and we win this battle,
Yeah.
we can make one of the contingencies that we need the rod to do what we need to do, and then they can have it back when we're done.
Yeah, or whatever. Like, yeah. My point is this. I think that this is them trying to see, are we who, like, we...
Say to be.
Yeah, or we claim to be, or that we think that we are, or whatever. Or are we going to say, okay, we did it, and we're safe, and now the grown-ups have it?
So there's two things I need to know now, if we're going to continue with this. One, you said there's more. He said there's more paladins here, correct?
I think he said something about paladins.
Yeah.
So, isn't the paladin what resurrected him?
Yeah. Yes. He doesn't know
Yes.
that, but yes.
Well, no, I'm just
yeah.
putting 2 and 2 together right now with characters.
Okay.
Well,
So-
Onyx told me that the paladins tried to free the lion.
The lion is encased in ice.
I think part of freeing the lion is defeating the queen.
Yeah, I think that's. I honestly feel like that's like the last thing that we're gonna do.
Yeah, 100%.
Or like one of the later things that we're gonna get to do. I think that I'm worried that we already failed at one of these things. That
Yeah.
we've already failed at curing the blight.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we're gonna undo that, but we have to. But my point is, and I really want to try and emphasize this as much as I can, short of getting murdered by somebody, is I don't want to back down from them, and I want to make it clear to them every time we have an opportunity to that we expect to finish our business, and our business involves that rod when this is all over. And frankly, if it's a cut and run again, it has to be a cut and run again, because as important as this battle is, I don't know which one of us said it, I think it was Abyssia, it's not as important as saving the world, right? And that's what we got to do. And, I would love nothing more to just go, they've got it.
Okay, so now
I
back.
think we should
Now it's
request a
confused.
word with that woman that was up in the war room.
So before we go that far, now back to the rod.
Uh-huh.
How do we? It's a good idea. How do we recharge the rod?
Maybe she knows.
So the last time we recharged the rod, it was at the tree.
Yep.
And it drew the power from the tree,
Yeah.
which was infused by the light of the ancients.
Yep.
Correct? Okay.
So
So,
we're assuming that, yeah, but yeah.
well,
yes.
no, I think we actually know that. We
We
know
know
that.
all of those facts are true.
Yeah.
We're assuming that that's what happened. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that was the keeper that made the tree. It was the keeper that made the tree.
I believe
No,
it was
you
the
know
Elven-
that the Elven Lord
Oh,
made
the Elven Lord made
The
the tree.
Elven
I'm sorry.
Lord made the
I'm
tree.
getting-
It's the
okay.
Elven
I have
Kingdom
a-
was on top of it.
I just had a small observation. I
Yeah.
don't know if it means anything, but the seer that had sent you on the quest,
Uh-huh.
he was holding the amethyst to see.
Uh-huh.
If all the gems are supposed to be drained of their power, why is he able to use the
His-
power of that gem to
I-
help him?
I don't think amethyst is one of them.
And I don't think all the
But
gems
any gems.
I don't think all the gems are drained of the power. I think the gems that
We got nuked with.
yeah, the
Strictly
gems
only
that
those?
Drogano has been exposed to.
Yeah.
There's a couple different answers to that, because not all gems contain souls. So there are gems without the souls into them, without those abilities. And what Tom just said is that Drogano has drained the gems
ones
in the
that-
areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So back to recharging the rod. So if we find something that has the light of an ancient, we can possibly recharge the thing. So now we're in the city of the Red Knight.
Mm-hmm.
So something here is holy enough probably to recharge it.
Yeah, we think so.
Now, here's another thing. The Archmage's Tower. Also, a good source of Ancient's power.
Well,
I'm
that's a
thinking,
suicide mission.
You're
I'm thinking, 2 birds, 1 stone.
You want to bring the rod to the tower?
Tap the tower with the rod.
Okay.
Draw the power out of the tower. No more tower.
Identical.
Ah.
You're doing a halfling version of the guy.
Yeah.
My cousin Vinny.
The prosecutor.
Identical.
That one had parts of traction.
Yes.
Anyway,
Oh man.
The public defender is better.
so
I'll say.
But how will you,
I'm getting better.
I don't know.
how will you get close enough?
I don't. I didn't say it was a good idea. I just said it was an idea.
We have no knowledge of hardly anything or any plans that they have going forward here in this city.
Yeah.
I think that we need to
Yeah.
touch the ground a bit and request a word with the woman in the war room.
I said that was a good idea. Yes.
And maybe,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
why don't we work towards that and then take the information, if she can give us any, going forward with that and see maybe there is something else that does have the light of an ancient, that doesn't involve us walking up to a tower
That we don't
with
want to.
huge chicken legs that we don't want to.
Let's
give
let
the
the
rod to. You're
I did
charming.
say it
and,
was a good idea.
And personable.
You know,
Why don't you do that?
we are in a keep with a bunch of different wizards.
Yeah.
Maybe they can study the rod and tell us how to repower it.
Perhaps.
I think our DM is getting a phone call from the Red Knight.
What, Red Knight? Kill everyone? Okay.
What? No, no, no.
All right. So
So we'll let the wizards study it. We'll go
So-
talk to
Yes.
their leader.
We'll go talk to the tower.
No,
No, not,
not the tower.
No.
Try and get in with the
leadership.
The leader, wizard lady.
Queen?
Finn, before I go
Frick.
and do that, is there
Frick.
any question
Frigg?
that you could...
Frigg.
Frigg. I like her name already. That... The Frigg woman. The friggin... The Frigg... Yeah, the Frigg woman. Is there any question that you could possibly pose to the planet today that you think would help us before we
That's a good question.
go up?
I don't know. Maybe.
how do we recharge the rod?
Yeah.
Let's-
I can ask.
um,
What's the quickest way to recharge the rod?
Or
Okay.
the nearest. Maybe you
Ooh,
should ask her about like the closest
The easiest.
or the easiest.
Or just how?
Well, no.
Yeah,
how
'cause-
could be very broad, Hogar.
Right.
Well,
We
let's
need something
save
very
that for now.
specific.
Let the wizards study it.
I would like.
They
if-
can come up with
I-
something.
I'll offer my assistance to the wizards.
But how do you know
So
that they
let's go
have
talk
our
to let's
best
go talk to this
intentions?
woman upstairs then, and see what we could do around here to help in
Yes.
what's coming up.
But wait, we should agree on something first. We're gonna let them keep the rod for now. Use it to win this battle. But at the end of it, if they're not willing to give it back to us,
We're going to take it.
we're going to take it.
Oh God.
All right.
But I feel like there's something that the planet can help us
All
to
right.
know, Finn. Finn wants us all to just jump off the bridge.
Arky, I'm on your crazy plan train now.
All right.
Usually we are not on the same page with planning. And I like that we're both on the.
Well,
burn
d-
it down. Let's
Don't
go.
you think that there's a question that we could ask that would prevent us from having to
Yeah,
do that?
yeah, I don't want to.
Oh yes, 100%. I agree that there's
So why
something
don't we
there.
do that before we...
So we got time. We got time. We got time. We have 2 days min.
I'm
Or-
just
You
saying,
can ask one question a day.
be
That's what I'm saying.
prepared if that moment comes.
Right. We don't want
We'll
to
do it.
We want
I
to
don't
freeze in the
think-
moment.
I don't think if
We
we
want to shoot first.
I think
Then ask
if we
questions.
end up successfully helping here, they'll be okay with helping us in any way that we need.
So what do you guys want to do right now?
Especially
sure
being that
about
we're
that.
especially
No,
being that
I
we're
would- I'd
tasked
like to
from the
speak with
collector
Frank.
directly.
Right. So right now we want to see if we can.
Did we tell them that exactly?
I did.
Yeah.
They
we
didn't
want
ask
to
me
see.
about that really.
I did.
We
What
want to see if we
questions-
can leave the room. Right. People want to go talk to
Seek audience with Frigg.
with Frigg, and I'm going to see if I can suggest to the wizards to inspect the rod and see if we can discover some of its magical properties that we haven't been able to discover so far.
Are there any other questions that you would like me to ask her if I have to go it alone?
No, I take some of. You go go as a party, offer our services, say that we've
Yeah,
been
I'll
in
go.
What
combat
if they don't
before.
let me
with
go
you.
as a party?
I think we'll be okay.
Let's go see.
Then you
Okay.
improvise. You're smart.
Yeah.
You got it.
Jared Wood says, ask the Earth and Daria where to recharge the rod.
Yeah.
Some people are saying our accents are very strong. From Brooklyn. Hey, yo. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Sorry. Yeah.
Joey
It's a
Donuts.
New York City base.
Welcome to New
Yeah.
York.
Nothing,
Sorry.
nothing we can do about that.
Forget about
Just
it.
enjoy it
Forget
or don't, I guess. Arjuna says, what happened to that guy who was like HOID but legally safe? Is he still trying to get the rod? I'm not sure who you mean. Dragano?
I don't know what HOID.
Hoid? Hole? I don't know what word.
The
you're trying-
loot?
Maybe it means loot. Yeah, Arjuna, just let me know who you mean. Michael Runco says you should have sent the thief to follow the mage to where it is kept. The rod. We're at 147 shares, guys. A couple more shares and we're going to get there. One more share and we get there. Bring it in, guys. Bring it in.
One more. Come on.
Thank you,
Boy.
guys.
Okay, so
Let's go.
As
Let's go.
you guys say about go, you see it open up, and you see two mage walks back in, and
Two mage?
Tomb. Just
Oh.
Tomb.
Gotcha, Tomb
Mage.
Mage, right.
It's a
Major.
usual name.
Two mage.
Tomb Mage. He walks back in. And he goes, What were you discussing? Is everything okay?
Yeah, we're discussing. We want to help. We're here. We want to help. We agree. We want to help defend the city in any way we can. We wanted to see if we could offer our services to the lady Frigg. Seemed like she was
Lady in the war
somebody
chamber.
who was to talk to, and then I wanted to see if some of the wizards.
Awesome. We made
150
150 shares, guys. Awesome.
Nice. I wanted to see if some
Thank you, guys.
the wizards that were here in the tower had time before the battle began to examine the wand, and the rod, and I would offer my services to help them do that.
I believe they are checking the rod in a little bit after they get out of the quick council meeting that has happened.
I don't want to intervene, but I want to offer my services if that's.
Of course. Frigg is actually on her way right now, and here she is. And you see Frigg walking into the room. And
I bow my head because I'm not sure if she's royalty or not.
for those that don't know, Frigg is actually played by Taylor Secondo.
Yes.
On the say hello,
Yes.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hi, everyone.
Taylor. So
Madam Frigg. Lady Frigg.
So, Taylor, you walk down the hall. This is Frigg, and Frigg seems like some sort of royalty around here. And she walks into the room. You see there's a man with robes right behind her that's kind of following her. And the door closes, and you're all in Onyx's library. You may now roleplay with Taylor Secondo as Frigg.
Okay, first thing out of game is lagging, so if I don't answer your question immediately, that is why.
Okay, yeah. Just don't pay attention to the TV right now. Just
Yeah.
pay attention to the phone. Go ahead.
Okay.
Your Grace.
Oh, you can't.
She can't hear.
Can you hear? Can you hear Brooke in the room?
Can you hear me? Oh.
No, I can't. I'm so sorry, guys.
What about now? Go ahead, Brooke.
Your Grace. Hello?
It's not gonna work, man.
Can you friggin' hear me?
I can freaking hear you now.
Yeah!
Okay.
Hello, Your Grace.
Hello.
Just yell it to her.
Okay.
Oh, you can hear it. Go ahead.
She can hear. Okay.
It's a weird way to do it, but we'll work it out.
My party and I are here, and we're looking to help you all in any way possible. To do that, we're having an issue where we need to, I guess you would say, recharge the object that we've brought to help along the way.
Recharge the crystal rod.
Yes. What do you know of it?
Well, I have never seen an object of such power, and I've only seen it in passing when you came in, and when Onyx came in with the seer. So, as far as recharging, I do not know much. Out of game, did they tell me about the lion, and did Onyx tell me about everything that they were charged to do by the collector?
Yeah, we'll say yes.
Was I briefed?
We'll say yes.
Okay. I was told about your meeting with the collector, and I do believe that you can help us with these tasks. I think it is important for you to do these tasks. Curing the Elden Blight is so far one of my most important things. The tree is incredibly important to holding Drogano at bay. I would say that would be the first place to start.
Well,
But we are under siege, and so we have to keep the city safe and find a way to, I don't know, for lack of a better term, ward off the Queen's forces so that we can safely get to the tree.
Okay.
about that tree.
Yeah, that's gonna be tricky.
She knows the tree is she knows everything.
Do you know if there is a source of light holding great enough power that could help to recharge the rod?
Something here in the city.
Something here within the city, preferably not the Walking Tower.
A source of light in the city itself.
Yes.
That I do not know of.
Do you know of their intentions with the rod? Do you know what they have planned to do?
Say it again.
Do you know what they have?
Of the rod, do you know what they have planned to do?
Well, to defeat the Queen, defeat the Archmage, and end this war. That is our plan for this rod. Bring peace, finally, to Andaria.
It's what
That is our hope.
what we have found.
That is our plan.
What we have found when using the rod, it is random. Its consequences is. I'm sorry, I know you don't really know much about this rod, as do we. But we don't know how to
The
direct.
information that you have is a help to us in great amounts.
So basically,
Wizard-
the rod.
A wizard comes in and it says, "My queen." And he goes, "You're needed in the council chamber."
Very well.
Thank you,
We will
Your
help again,
Grace.
Crystal Bearers. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Grace.
Thanks, Taylor.
No problem. Have fun, guys.
Thank you, Tara. That was also.
That's kind of cool.
I know. It almost sounded like she was Leia, you know,
just-
like
so just-
like
Help me
with the phone going out. It's like the hologram.
Help me, Obi-Wan. So just out of game, and for people at home also, whatever she's telling you is out of her own head, and whatever she directs you to do is out of her own head. She's a character that's been in this game for a very, very long time, even longer than the Audio Dungeon crew, because I made quests all around the story that I was getting ready to create for Audio Dungeon, and so her character is actually Queen right now, and so she went through a lot of different things to get there. She was a part of the Elven Kingdom for a long time, and a whole big long story with her. But anything that she directs you to do is out of her own thing, and doesn't come from me in the plot line, which is one of the cool things about the way Audio Dungeon works.
Yeah.
So so she leaves and roleplay.
So we've learned that we have no idea how to recharge this rod.
They seem to want to do the same things that we want to do.
So, like I was saying
The
before, I
rod
think,
charged on the tree.
yeah, but the thing is now we need to find someplace else to recharge the rod. So the only two options that we have right now are
Climb back
here.
down.
Well, that's what Onyx asked
All right.
me if we had to go down, would we? If it meant to save the world.
I mean, we're gonna have to go back down eventually because to get to the Queen's lair, we have to go back down.
Wait a second. Can we take this one step at a time? The question in front of us was, can we trust these people?
I believe that's a yes because
Speaking to
this is
her,
where we were
so
supposed to bring it.
Yeah, I think.
It seems like the Queen just told us that they want to defeat the Archmage and the Queen the same way we do.
So that's a yes.
So if there are Archmages here studying the rod,
No. I think you're misunderstanding what's going on, my friend.
I'm not misunderstanding.
No, I think you are.
Wouldn't the
Well, just
archmages be
Those,
bound?
those aren't bad archmages. They work for the Red Knight.
But aren't they bound to the archmage anyway?
No, they're bound to the Red Knight.
I don't know. And he cut you off, so I don't know what your
Or-
full thought
Sorry,
was.
Or,
Hogar.
or potentially to the Morning Lord.
All right, let Hogar finish.
No,
I'm sorry,
no.
Hogar.
It's fine. It's fine.
Am I wrong with that answer?
No.
You don't even know what his question was. You just
He-
answered half the question.
Yeah, but I think he's worried about the archmages that are here.
I'm not worried about the Archmages that were here. None of us knew about the Archmages
Correct.
that were here. We didn't know if they were going to give us the rod back.
Ah,
Now we know we have the same goal as them, so they will give us the rod
Simmer
back
down.
to achieve the same goal.
Simmer down. Yes. But we established this.
Don't look at me, man. I'm on his side.
We established this.
Like, I feel like
We're all on the same
you're like
side.
you just
Poking a bear?
yeah. I don't know, you just don't
Can-
let him finish
We
his
just
thought.
didn't
Can you turn
understand.
into a bear?
So let's one day maybe.
Can.
See?
Like you stopped to answer
For the
that.
time, my point is, we have two armies attacking this city,
Right.
and we're trying to figure out how to recharge the rod.
Right.
For the time being, we can leave the rod with the Archmages to study the rod. As they study the rod, they may be able to figure out a way to recharge it. Right?
I'm with you so far.
Okay.
Okay. So when we move on, they'll give us the rod after the battle. The problem we're facing is we may need to recharge the rod for the battle. Correct?
What if we can't recharge the rod? What do we do? In 2 days, we're going to get crushed sitting here.
Well, yes. But that's 2 days. Well, a day and a half now, probably. But still. I like Hogar's walking it out step by step. Right. Problem being we may need the rod, to your point, right, for the battle. We don't know how we're going to do that yet. So I do think, going back to, I think, Abyssio's suggestion earlier, and maybe other people are saying it too, maybe I use this thing and I ask the whole planet. Oh, it's so cool. I asked the whole planet.
It's so cool.
What is the quickest way?
Remember, yes or no questions.
Yeah, that's right. It's yes or no question. I can ask the planet, can we recharge the rod in
Here.
In the city.
in the Red Knight City?
Somewhere in the Red Knight City.
Yes.
Okay. Sound good?
That's a good question.
Right?
Sure.
Should I call it the Red Knight City? Should I say the Red Keep?
It's it's called the Red Keep, ain't it? Jacques, it's called the Red Keep, ain't it?
You want to narrow down the
You
space.
can call it the Red Keep is in the Red City.
Okay.
The Red City. I'll say the Red City.
Yeah, because
How-
the
The
keep
whole-
would just be
The Keep, right?
Not
So,
the
all right,
whole
I'm going to
city,
do
so-
that right now. Hopefully, it's as simple as just,
Yes or no?
go ring go. All right, I try and activate the ring of Andaria, and I ask, can we recharge the rod in the Red City in the next 24 hours?
This is very nice.
The voice of the planet. Wow.
Planet.
So that's
This
what it
must
is.
be a teenager planet.
Now we know.
This is a pubescent planet. Oh my god.
I think Tony broke himself.
Yeah. It's like he had no plan for that. It's
Zero
like
plan. Zero
it's almost as if he was just doing that off the top of his head.
You just broke yourself. That's great.
Wow.
That's hilarious. That was great.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, we
Was that the answer?
Did we all hear it, or just
guess
Finn?
so.
I guess I just.
Wait,
I
did your
guess-
voice just legit crack like that? Is that what happened?
Say it again. Please do it again.
You only get once
Oh,
a
we're
day.
that's true.
Today.
All right.
I can't wait
So,
till the next question.
Seriously.
So, no. Oh, the planet said no.
Maybe
believe it was more
the
like-
tree is the only place that we can.
Well, he also put 20. He also put a 24-hour time marker on it. So
Teresa Johnson just texted me. She goes, "Sleep Planet."
Planet, played by Peter Brady.
So,
All right.
so if we can't recharge the rod, we have to convince them to launch an attack on the Queen's army before the tower gets here.
The door opens and the wizards look at you guys. Look at Two Mage also. Two Mage just hanging out on the side. He goes, "Your requisite is required up above."
Okay.
They bring you through. You start going through the halls. Who knows the song "Somebody to Love" by Jefferson Starship?
Don't you want? No, that's Queen.
Oh.
Don't you want somebody to love?
Don't
Okay, so
need
you guys pass.
somebody
You guys pass a bard who's singing that. Could you sing that for me? And played by Tom right now. You're just passing the bard. He's playing it for all the troops. Go ahead.
Don't you want somebody to love? Don't you need somebody to love? Wouldn't you love somebody to love? Someone find me somebody to love. Oh, I have him right here.
Guys, what do you think of that bard singing?
That's it, everybody.
Give us some reactions.
great.
If you're in that crowd right now, which face would you be making? The angry, this bard is crazy, the sad, oh my god, we're all gonna die.
Oh my God,
wow,
oh my God,
that
oh my God.
bard really hit the moment. Or hilarious. That guy is amazing. What are you thinking, guys? Okay, so you guys are heading on your way up, and that was for. Did I say what that was for? That was for a D-ski. There you go, D-Ski. You got it.
Thanks. Thanks, D-Ski.
Thanks for the request.
No, thank you. Yes, really.
So
Thank you.
That was amazing.
you guys go back up the stairs. You go all the way up, and you see Parthenax is out there, the general out there. He's out there with a couple other people, and looking out. He goes, I was just briefed on everything that's been going on downstairs. I know you met with Onyx, and I know you spoke with the Queen. From what I'm hearing right now, you helped create these things.
Yes.
What should we do? They outrange all of our cannons. And the only thing we can do right now is send our troops out there or the limited number of wizards we have. But if we lose those wizards, we have nothing against the other wizards coming in from the east in about a day and a half. What do you recommend?
Well, we could try and sneak into their camp, take control of the tanks. I could explain to all of you how they work. We could somehow sneak in, get the tank force, cause havoc in their camp. Your army can sort it out.
You're thinking you can get in there without them seeing you?
Well, I'm not quite sure how we would do that, but that's my plan.
The tanks themselves. Do they have
Wait. You mean idea or you mean plan? Is that your idea?
That's my idea.
Or is that a plan? 'Cause
Get
that
us to the
doesn't sound like a
tanks.
plan.
Get us to the tanks, and we can win this.
That's not what I would call a plan.
What are when you built it? Are there any weak spots to it? Are there any flaws in it? Not to indulge, but any flaws in the design? Any way that, like, hey, if you can flip them, they can't get flipped back easily, or if they get hit with water, they'll break, or anything like that at all?
Do they have any vulnerabilities?
Right. Easier way to say it.
Yes, the fuel pipe could easily be detached if we could get underneath them. They'd become useless.
I don't know what that means,
That
but
sounds
okay.
like something.
That sounds like that's a start.
That sounds like something.
Can't hear you.
The music, we're still on the earth. Is that something?
Oh, it's okay.
Yes, we
I'm
are
just feeling
still
so
on
calm, like talking to this
the
guy.
planet.
Dolores Davis says, who is definitely your mother, says there might be a magic underground spring that when it opens, pure light comes out of it, and you can charge the rod, but you need to do it quickly before it closes. It only opens every few months and not for long.
That's awesome. She's gonna be the next DM.
Maybe that's the answer.
Roll a d20. If you roll a 20, that happens.
Or one.
Or a one, right?
Or one.
Oh.
And you have a reroll too. You could use it for that if you want
Oh,
to.
15.
Want to use a reroll or no? You have it.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Do it.
If that happens,
You don't have to convince yourself. It's your decision.
a one!
Wow.
Wow, what a
Amazing things
busted
happen.
rear range you have.
Wow.
Busted rear
Okay.
range you have. Holy smokes.
Mommy,
The
this
seer-
might be a good DM after all.
The seer comes up and walks
What the
up,
hell?
and he goes,
Everyone, Finlar.
Yes.
Oh, there you are.
I'm right here. It's here. I'm here. I'm
"Oh,
here.
Fiddler."
Oh my god.
Wow. What a reroll.
Yes. Oh my god. Quickly. I sense you have urgent news.
I do.
Thank you, Mom.
Good. I wanted to tell it right to you.
I get in front of him.
You hold his shoulders.
Are you in front of me now?
Closer.
Right there? Right here? Right
Keep
there?
going. Yes.
I
Perfect.
can almost see you. Yes.
Oh,
hello. This thing's not really working anymore.
I think there's a little dust on it.
Shut up.
oh, there you are.
This is crazy.
It's the fingerprints.
I was just thinking. I was contacting my spirit animal, Dolores Davis.
Ah, yes.
She's a wolf.
And I realize, near the tree, and sometimes even miles away from the tree, some of the roots have come up and made their way into the water. It is possible that since the staff is not charged anymore, he had the staff on him by the the rod. He goes, it is possible that you may be able to charge the rod in those waters.
Where's the nearest water to you? Do you know?
The closest one I know is east of here. It puts it about halfway between here and the other realm.
It is quite a journey, but it is a lot closer than the tree.
Okay.
We have to find it. The water is tinted in amber color. Easy to find once you see it.
How far away is it? How many days journey?
I would say it is at least 2 weeks.
All right.
I would say Two Mage is the only wizard that is able to teleport. But you cannot teleport the rod.
What if we bring the water back? Bring the water to the rod.
You try
You
it.
could try it.
You can't hurt to try.
Nice thinking.
All right.
Somebody get this man a bucket.
I don't know. Not exactly Black Panther or Wakanda. That's right.
Like, how much water would we need?
Two Mage walks up and he tells Two Mage what you were just saying and everything else. He goes, I can teleport you any place that I've been there. But I have not been to this place.
All right. How have you been in that direction that we can get close to it?
I have been to the cities in all the cities in the Knight's Realm, and I've been to the tree, of course. I could probably save you about a week's journey. I could bring you beyond these wizards coming in.
Yeah, but that's just to get the water and get it back.
No, then he can bring us a week. Then we're gonna travel. Well, yeah, let's just get the water and bring it back.
That doesn't even.
It's not enough time to help
Yeah,
us.
it's not enough
with
now.
this.
We need now.
Well,
Can you teleport to the tree?
I can.
No, we can't teleport the rod.
No. Parthenax is like, let's focus on this. We have an army at our gates. Everyone wants to go get water from somewhere else.
all right.
Well, does the Queen's forces have mages amongst them as well?
Yes, they do.
With the tanks?
With the tanks?
Yeah, well, the tanks. Are they protected by by any type of wizard?
There are wizards that are flying around the area. If we try to get men close, the wizards find down fireballs and lightning.
Okay.
Okay. So, you say that there's a vulnerability to the tanks underneath them. There's a fuel, something, whatever.
Yeah, we could blow them. Maybe Parthenax could launch some sort of distraction first, some sort of fake attack.
There are many tactics I could use, but we need those tanks to be down before we attack. Any one of those hits from those tanks is going to take out complete areas of soldiers that will be running in. They'll be open.
How many tanks are there?
Looks to be about 40 or so.
What, they're metal carts, right? I'm trying to.
They look to be made of wood. They look like they're carts fashioned into.
They're carts. They're wooden carts, but they have plating on them.
Right.
Bissia, can your fire arrows take them out?
They're much out of range. They're actually out of range of our cannons.
Okay.
I've heard briefly about what you have done. If you can go over there and cause some sort of distraction to take out the tanks, a small group perhaps.
Yeah, I think.
Just how do we get to them without getting caught?
Well, that's easy.
Findalar.
Visibility.
No,
I can teleport you
the
to
wizard.
the flank.
Yeah. Yeah. You sneak over there.
That'll get us close enough. I mean, then we can do what we got to do. We can do it. Do we need to do it now? We can do it at night.
Let's do it. Are there times where the fire is lessened? Do you camp at night, or are they attacking you all?
The fire is at night, but they continuously fire.
Okay.
It will be nights in 4 or 5 hours.
I think night's probably the best bet then.
We go to the flank. We take the first one. We don't destroy it, and you spin it, and start charging down the line, firing down the line.
Oh
Right.
boy.
And then?
And then we wreak havoc. I mean, that's it. There's no, I don't know. They're made of wood. They burn.
How many tanks are there?
It's about 40 or so.
What's the span line to line? Like, and then,
How far are the tanks apart?
yeah.
They usually have them at least 100 feet apart. And the tanks, when they hit, they roll back about 50 feet after they fire.
I like it. Get me into a tank.
Oh god.
They'll be distracted. They'll take them time to recover. could destroy
Well, if we do it at
a
night,
lot of them.
if we do it at night, we can probably do it a lot better than we can at day. Because at day they're all manned. At night, you figure.
I don't know if I could destroy 40 before they.
No,
Stop.
you can't.
But
Can you get in there with your suit? No, right?
no, I'd have to get out of the suit.
I thought you were never getting out of that suit again.
Onyx walks up and he's just listening to the conversation. He just doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I mean,
So that we gotta do this at night. I think we should try to do a couple as quiet as we can, even if it just means disabling.
What if we
a-
disabled some
Yes.
first and then?
and
Yeah.
then once we get caught, then we put it to work for us.
okay. All right, we could go. You said there's something underneath. Can you get it so that we all understand how to do that? Because I could put invisibility, greater invisibility on us, less a minute at a time, right? And then we could go in teams. Team which can get us to 1 cannon, 2 cannon, 3 cannon. Boom, boom, boom. We get the first 3 on the line. Disable them.
Okay, so I explained all of them. Give them a
Wow,
brief.
your voice is so much
Oh,
deeper.
sorry.
Brings out the chalkboard. Well, you see, this is the square and the
Simply
circle.
go in the
Yeah.
detach this pipe from the central valve, and they won't be able to operate. And I sketch out a diagram for them.
How many pipes are underneath?
3.
Just rip them all out.
Which one is the most important?
The central one.
Okay,
Detach
middle.
the pipe in the center.
Middle
You
pipe.
said that's the fuel line. Like, are we gonna just hit this pipe with an axe or
What
like,
is fuel?
like?
That was steam.
The
Can
small-
Can we?
Well, the steam will not be able to flow through the pipe if you detach
steam.
it.
So like, should we hit the pipe with an axe, or
That
we
makes
just,
sense to me.
Is that not a good idea?
No, there's a
What are
there's a
dinosaurs?
screw inside it that you can manually twist
Okay,
and
so
simply pull it down.
so undo the screw. Don't like just hit it with an axe.
That could work too, but
Well, that's what I
Well,
was
don't
asking.
just do my only idea.
Oh boy.
but we want to do it
That's what I
quietly.
usually do. You know, so I
Right,
was just
but we want to
wondering.
do it quietly.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Undo the screw and
If
take
we
the pipe off.
undo the screw, can they just screw it back on?
I mean, they could be, but
But they gotta figure it out.
It would take
Not
a
if
that
while.
would disable
not if you
those.
take the screw with you.
Yes,
you-
could we take? Yes, is it possible to take the part?
Finn,
yes, they would need some time to find a replacement part.
Yes. So
And
we
it
gotta
buys
do that.
us enough time. We
probably.
don't have to disable.
I'd be
We
close.
just need a few minutes that we could destroy all these tanks.
Let's okay.
If Finn gets close enough, maybe he can mage hand
All right.
all the screws out of the line.
Let's see how many we can stealthily do. Right? We go invisible. We teleport in. We sneak up, unscrew, and 2 mages. Can you just pop us to?
Yes.
Tank,
I will teleport you until we're back. I will keep an eye on you, and I will bring you out when you need.
I will have to leave my suit here. Swear to
He's a
me.
little stressed by this.
Swear to me, you will be guarded, and you won't let anyone take it.
I will guard your suit.
Thank you.
He's sweating bullets right now.
All right. So we don't even have to go.
Little does he know you just leave your suit places.
I've never taken
I've
it
got
off
a general.
again.
A general promised to guard it.
Never again. Never taking it off again.
Jume says we will guard the suit. Do not worry. Onyx, so I've heard your plan. You wish to do it tonight? Or now?
I think we wait for
Tonight.
nightfall.
Yes, nightfall.
Right? Yeah. I mean, is there? Unless there's an urgency that we don't know about. I mean, we're not privy to the state of combat.
Okay, 2 mage. Crystal Barriers, come to me downstairs, please. Come to me downstairs, please. He brings you downstairs. I imagine you guys follow.
Ah, these steps.
Maybe there are other wizards that have been.
See, if
to
you
the
were nicer
River
to
of Light.
Hogar, he'd carry you.
Maybe can they make like dimensional doors or something?
Maybe there are other wizards that have been to the waters of light.
It's possible.
Yeah, but 2 mages, I think, special in his teleporting abilities.
We're back in his room, I assume.
You're back in his room downstairs. Well, I just want to know, I talked to all of you. I've had a quick meeting with Queen Frigg and some of the other members of the council. And I have to say, I am surprised by you. We have some different plans that we are doing according to this. I instructed Parthenex to ask you what you thought, because I wanted to see if you were engaged. And I told you we didn't need you, because I wanted to see if you were engaged. We have a couple of teams that are ready to do this assignment. But something struck me as you gave the idea. I believe that perhaps you can do it. And I am curious to see if you can do it. So, I do have much to tell you. From Alabaster himself, actually. But, before I divulge any more information to you, I ask you, once and for all, do you wish to actually put your plan into action and try to take out these tank thrusts? Or would you like one of our squads to do it?
No, I think it probably is better for us to do it. We have the person who helped design them and build them, and if something's wrong, or if our plan, if they made modifications to the thing, he'd be the best person to know on the fly.
That's true. I could operate them.
Right.
It might come to that.
And if it's not the central pipe, it's the left pipe now, he'll know, he can see that change and do it. And I don't want to send some soldier, as brave as they happen to be, who doesn't know what they're doing, and all of a sudden steam pours all over them or whatever.
We, of course, have no gnomes or anyone who has any sort of such knowledge of these devices, and you have the very man who designed them.
Right.
And the way you work together, I'm curious to see you in action. So if you feel like you can do it, I would like to give you a try. And if you succeed, we'll have much to talk about when you return.
Okay.
You all agree to this?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. I agree.
So be it. Eat, rest for how long as you can. In about 4 or 5 hours, you will depart for the rear flank of the Queen's army. He leaves his room. You may relax here.
Thank you.
He leaves his couple of servants around the area. You guys rest. You relax. 4 or 5 hours pass. You eat a full meal. You feeling pretty good. You feel better. You've had normal rest, by the way. Just kind of putting your head through your journey over there. So you're feeling like pretty back to normal. Night comes, and you see he comes back in. 2 mage comes in. It is time. Are you ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Let us go. He grabs the 2 of you. You guys, you appear, you're in like sand dunes, and you're behind the army by like one dune going down and going up. You see they're all up there. You see people actually pushing the things, the carts back up. They're firing all over the place. And you see that, you hear the Queen's, the 2 of you there right now. The Queen's soldiers are just like laughing. They're like, we'll just sit here all day until the Archmage's wizards come and just batter down the entire wall. They'll have no idea. The wizards just climb over the wall and take everything. We'll have all the riches. You can hear that traveling over the dune. He puts you into the dunes right next to him. You see the same thing I just described. The cannons are going off. He goes back. And then goes back for Jacques. Why am I last? He takes him. He brings him in there. Jacques is like, stretches out. You stand there, and you look at the whole thing. And 2 mates looks at all of you. He says, be careful. It does take me a little bit of time to teleport you out. And I'll be watching as best I can. I'll stay within a mile.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He appears like on a dune far away. He's like,
All right. I didn't expect it to be so loud and movie.
Are all the cannons firing right now?
yeah.
Or- so all of them?
Oh, yeah, like in succession.
Okay. So I thought at
that's
night.
loud,
I
so-
thought at night
Yeah.
some of them. Like
They less fire.
oh, they just shoot less. They don't fire. Okay.
Let's see.
Well, some they're firing all in succession. It looks like that there's less people on duty. Perhaps they're resting. Perhaps there's a
Okay.
shift. You don't know what it is.
Okay.
All right.
Well, they're not going to hear us with all this noise.
That's good. All right. I can cast invisibility on us. All right. That'll work for a while.
Who's going with who? I think we should kind of like break these teams up pretty evenly. I feel like Arky, myself, you, and maybe one of you two would know the mechanic side of it.
Well,
I
he
think you're more for
explained it,
smashing things.
Perhaps like the two of us with the gnome, we sneak in first and look at it, and we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can come back for
I
everybody
forgot
else.
Jacques was there.
And why does everybody forget that here?
Jacques was there.
Question: Are there the soldiers? Are they only in the tanks, or there are there
No.
also soldiers on foot around
Well,
the tanks?
You don't know who's in the tanks. You haven't seen anybody come in and out really. But soldiers all around the area. It's about 40,000 soldiers, so it just goes massively
Yeah.
around the whole thing. It's not like you're looking right here. It like spans the distance, and it's all like encampments, everything set up, and you hear the voices on like the wind.
Is everybody in uniform? Like everybody that we look around, like are they all in uniform?
They're all in the colors of like the queen, which is like a yellow and like a black color.
Okay.
Black and yellow, black and yellow.
All right.
You see here, and you're looking over here, and you see like there's actually the groups of soldiers like walking from over there, like that. Like you're behind the camp, but like there's activity. Like this is where the supply line comes through.
So there's a ton of soldiers between us and the tanks, then.
Yeah, that's the whole. Oh yeah, well they're amongst the tanks. Yeah, they're all around. You know, you're pretty much right behind the camp.
Right. Well, I didn't expect them to be completely unmanned. I was hoping they would be a little bit further out in front. I can make invisible. You guys are gonna go in.
Yeah, one, 2, and 3.
Yeah. You know, it's regular invisibility. You attack somebody, they'll see you.
All right, so I kind of like grab 2 of them so we can start walking together. I want to make sure everybody's together.
First to show.
Well, well, well. I didn't expect to see you ever again.
Son of a bitch.
It is time for the lovely loot to seek his revenge.
I take out my sword.
You look behind you, you see the lovely loot is there, and you see a couple of the people with him. They're all like holding a couple of things, a couple of soldiers, and he jumps off like a horse, and he pulls his sword out, and he goes, and he looks at you, he says that to you.
Am I invisible?
And then runs in. And that's where we stop right now.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like
Fair enough.
I was like, why did it turn to like? Why did it turn to that? type of
Because he
music?
has his own music now.
That's awesome.
Antonio
Man.
Banderas and Desperado.
Pretty much.
I can't wait to murder him next week.
Well,
Oh, I can't wait. We should all just have a murder party.
he like whooped us last time.
Guys, I want to thank everybody for watching today. This has been Audio Dungeon, Season 2, Episode 10, The Red
Nice.
City.
Wow.
It's been very interesting. I'm very excited to see where you guys go. We got to talk to Taylor Secondo,
Yeah.
the Queen, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
Thank you to Catherine Hunter who came on the show today.
Yeah,
And
Thank you, Little.
thank you for everyone joining us today. Like and subscribe. We have an awesome group right now. It's in Facebook. It's called Dungeon Dwellers, and we post a lot of cool things in there. Go to that group, sign up, and you're going to get a lot of first access to thing. You're going to be talking to some of us directly, put some stuff. We also have Patreon that's going to be coming out next week. And next week, Christmas is on Wednesday. We're going to be going live on Monday. So on Monday at 8:30, December 23rd. Monday 8:30,
Monday.
December 23rd. We're going to be live, not Wednesday. Okay, so check us out then. We're putting posts up if you didn't catch it. Don't forget the Gleam giveaway is up there right now. So you can win. We give away a lot of cool stuff. You never know what it's going to be. We've handed out stuff from Fantasy Grounds. We've handed out stuff from Nord Games. And there's a lot of cool stuff that we have, from our Dungeon Loot material that we're going to be handing out left and right. So it's a lot of fun.
And if you become a Dungeon Dweller, you're going to know all about that stuff.
Yeah, join the
everyone
Dungeon
else.
Dweller group right now. I want to see that group is 124 people. I would love to see that group past 200 in the next week or so. So join that group, get involved. You'll have so much fun content coming your way, and we're so excited to bring it to you. I'm Tony Hansen for Audio Dungeon, Roz Pataro, Dan Isgro, Damian Scrow, Brooke Armstrong, Vinny Pro, Tom Kukoza, and we thank all of you for joining us as you do every week. We'll see you guys next time.